addicted to a rush? Was I in love or love the lust? Cause now when I look at you, I don't know what is real. What if I opened up to you and you thought about it too? Have you thought about it too? That nothing's feeling like it used to. Why don't you just feel like it used to do to you? Why don't you just feel like it used to do? Is it because I got used to you? I'm missing my heart race and how your kisses were my favorite taste. But nothing's feeling like it used to do. Is it because I got used to you? Is it because I got used to you? I never thought I'd get used to you. I never thought I'd get used to you. I looked up for days, I'm up in chains, counting the ways to get out of the space. And self-medicate, I'm going insane. Smoke in the air, bring on the haze, sipping on Henny but nothing to chase. It's for the pain, I'm going insane. You say you feel sorry for me, I'm not sorry. Yeah, this is the best that I've been. I'm not happy, the truth is that I'll never be, but at least I don't need to pretend. Yeah, everything's boring and bleak, I'm not hoping for better. I made my peace, I'm not laughing, the truth isn't to pretend. I'm sad and bored. I'm sad and bored, bored in myself. I'm sad and bored. I'm sad and bored, bored in myself. Maybe I could only want players. I'm Casablanca because he's so gangster. My boy's in jail, I'm a cliche. Numbing my mind till I comatose. Fortified whiskey and double the dose. One for the heart, one for the soul. You say you feel sorry for me, I'm not sorry. Yeah, this is the best that I've been. I'm not happy, the truth is that I'll never be, but at least I don't need to pretend. Yeah, everything's boring and bleak, I'm not hoping, laughing, the truth is that I'll never be, but at least I don't need to pretend. I'm sad and bored. I'm sad and bored.
Hello? Jesus. Oh, the power's off. Cunt. Wait, hold on. Switch up. Hello, Chris, Green Moose, Amy. Just been listening to their stream they just had. I don't know why they're giving this dude the time of day. This anal rape dude. It's just retarded. Some spurky ass anonymous shit poster. It's very weird. Anyway, I'm here. I just did a recording. I want to do it, although I do want to watch this game, but I'll probably get jacked for copyright. Peru versus Denmark. Denmark's got a good player. Match preview. Peru, probably a bunch of little dudes. Rodriguez, that sounds small, doesn't it? But yeah, Christensen, this guy. Oh God, the guy has. See, I want one of those O's in my name. Puts a line through the O like it's some ancient Sanskrit. Look at that. Gangster. Just answering some questions here. What is your height? 6'3". Oh. Oh, no, I'll just leave it there. Not that interesting, is it? How would you rank TYT from most to least regressive? For the longest time, it generally goes Ben is the least. Who else is there? Who figures? I mean, most of them are ass kissing sycophants. But Anna and Gank are in a dead heat. Jimmy Dore is the most regressive. Shit stain there. But they can all go to hell, as far as I'm concerned. You understand? Fuck them. How would you react if a fan of yours killed Gank? Depends on the situation. Was he given a final meal? What was served? How long did he take to consume, funny your word, consume that meal? Did he tip? If you ran to Gank after he tripped down a flight of stairs and broke his back, what would you do? Back up and run over. Again, I'm kidding, Twitter. Okay. I got the 12 Rules of Life from Jordan Peterson. Oh boy. Some guy sent it to me. I get to download it. This is probably a virus. Not that interested. Did Wonder Boy get robbed? That's an old one. It's 18 days ago. I haven't been catching up. Are you really not Devin Tracy? Okay. We're editing audio. Oh my god. It's time for me to play whack-a-mole once again with Francis M. Maxwell. He has come to America. He has come to racially divide us. He has come. Breathe heavy much? He has come to America. He has come to racially divide us. He is an agitator. He is pointless. He's latched on to something that he thinks he can leverage, which is, I think I'll put in, he, not divide us, don't you think? Sorghum.
You got me in my bag. Kill the polytheist wherever you
guys want to see some bullshit? Hold on, is this thing on? Hey, Marino, Amy. All right. You want to see what I got a strike for? It's some fucking poop. Straight poop. This. Okay, understand. This is on my third channel. Atheism is level 3. I got a strike for this, for hate speech. Okay, this is a couple years ago, and I have to now appeal this. But the point of the video, it was at a time when Gank and a bunch of other people were making comparisons between Christianity. So there'd be a Muslim terrorist attack, and Muslims were talking about global caliphates, and they're beheading people on camera, and just terrorizing the entire world. And this is just a common thing being discussed every day. It was new events were happening every week, and the Christians. This was the typical Christian shit that we would see. This is the worst of what Christian fundamentalism had to offer us, was preschool songs like this. And I just cut between these two things. Watch. I don't even say a single word. It's a video of hate speech where I don't talk. It's kind of crazy. Watch. And this is why my main channel is off, because this got a strike. That's one of the reasons.
Do not give up.
We'll fucking kill you!
Do not give up when times are hard. Do not give up. Have a happy heart. Do not give up. Pray and obey. When you get scared, let me hear you say.
We'll fucking kill you!
So, in other words, this is a joke, but it's to highlight the difference between these religions. A lot of people are trying to smash it all together and be like, well, religion is religion, man. There's no difference. And which is insulting to all the people dying at the hands of Muslims, and just, the bare naked truth sitting in front of you. So that's it. That's all it is. It's a 2-minute video. I mean, nothing changes. It's just me splicing in Sci-10 atheist video.
When you get scared, let me hear you say.
Okay. So, kind of interesting that I'm getting hate strikes for that. Meanwhile, the original video that I took it from,
You find there and give
It's right here.
zakah, let you know is who fight against non-Muslims. If you worship no God at all, like atheists, we'll fucking kill you!
okay, so that's the original video. Came out in 2015. Islam, the Religion of Peace, almost 1 million views. How is that up? And do you realize that every strike I've ever gotten for, there's tons of strikes where I find something that exists on YouTube, take a clip from it, put it in my video, I get a strike for it. So there's no consistency whatsoever, but that is so not hate speech. And what are they saying? I'm in favor of beheading people? Is that the premise of the hate speech? I'm not saying I don't say anything. Literally don't say anything. I'm showing clips of Sci-10 atheist thing to show a portrayal of what is happening in the Muslim world, which is all true. This is valid political commentary. And I'm also saying, look, compare that to what the Christians are doing, which is goofy as fuck. But it's harmless and cringy. So, anyway, I gotta deal with that shit. And I'm on a new chess site too. Trying this one out, Live Chess. It's pretty good. But I'll resist the urge.
Which is the regressive outlook that the regress, which is the regressive, which is the regressive, which is the regress,
Jesus.
which is the regressive outlook that white people are racist, blacks are poor little victims, and everything is racist. It's a systemic system of institutional structural racism. Okay? What part of that do you not understand, aside from every part? This video, and hold on, before I get to the video. How gut-churningly obnoxious is it that these fuckers hype their Instagram every time? What am I supposed to do on your Instagram, Francis? Look at pictures of you in different clothing. Are you going to be giving me your blue steel? Is that your ginger steel? Is that look? Where you kind of squint your eyes and continue to resist. Well, that's kind of like a Sean Connery. I guess I have one accent for Scottish people. You're not going to get a difference between my Glasgow Scottish guy and my Edinburgh Scottish guy, okay? It's all Sean Connery. Continue to resist. Sean Connery. Sean Connery. Bond. Continue to resist. So, okay, he is saving black people. He is highlighting some grand injustice in this country that he's adopted. But before we get to that, come look at me take pictures of myself. What a fucking cunt. I hate this century. Somebody take me back to the last century, please. Is there a DeLorean around? That's a reference that these new millennial shits don't even understand. Okay. What were you saying? Oh, yeah. How the justice system treated these 2 cases of voter fraud. So get ready. Here's a theory. Are you ready? put on your thinking cap. Francis, by the way, this is not his idea. Somebody else came up with this ludicrous cherry-pick juxtaposition where they take a case where there's a black and a case where there's a white, and they're different, and the difference must be racism, right? Right? Be racism, right? Right? Racism, right? Because it's racism of the gaps. All you need is a gap, and then you got your racism. How could it be? How could it be different? How could it be different? Well, let's investigate. Let's see how hard it is to unearth the bullshit. Continue.
Okay. That is number one, which we call it Francis, no? France won. Sing the World Cup game. Maybe I can get the second half. All right. Want to see the actual video? Okay, fine. Fine then. Where is it? Sargon.
Actually, because as the more complex and interconnected and interlaced this system becomes, the more sensitive people are to even more minute differences, until we are just chasing our own tails to categorize everyone along these lines. And yeah. I mean, that just seems like a totally foolish thing to do, in my opinion.
I think it's necessary for civil rights. It's a waste of energy?
Yeah, it seems like a waste of energy to me.
Well, you know, and in some ways, if it's done
sentenced to 5 years in prison
incorrectly, it can be not efficient. And so what I would like...
Okay.
Anna Kasparian speaks to millions of subscribers online as co-host for the...
Hold on. I don't know if this video is going to be good, but... Oh, fucking look at that smug look on her face. And somebody's talking about me and hyping me up. I'm better than you. Much better. Much better.
The Young Turks, the SoCal native, shares a progressive perspective on a variety of...
Dude, look at this friggin' cookie cutter fucking boy wonder superhero. Nice haircut, champ.
Topics. Here she is reacting to a proposal by Housing Secretary Ben Carson.
Oh, God, this is her... Oh, my God, this is her Oscar clip. Was she going to a cocktail party after this? Nice professional attire. And I also like the tone. I've heard one syllable. I'm already irritated. She's like, we're doing the... Okay, now, I understand. Part of me is like, Devin, you kind of have a tone in some of your videos. Here's the difference. I'm not a news person. I'm not an anchor on a news show, what they call a news show, which is the equivalent of me talking about medicine and calling myself a hospital. If I was being paid to professionally convey information to a massive audience, I would speak in a manner that was far calmer than this woman. She's yelling at us as if she is benefiting from this. Okay? Like, she's taking that tone because it does something for her psychologically. Because it does something for her psychologically. That's a nice pronunciation. Because it does something for her psychologically. We don't need to be yelled at. So who is she yelling at? I don't...
Suffering right now. And it's not because we're lazy. It's...
I mean, can you imagine anybody on the news? And it's not because we're lazy. And this is me being passionate and I raise my voice because I care so much.
Not because we're not working hard enough. It's not because we're not being productive enough. It's because the system is rigged against us, and this administration is only helping their cronies, their corporations, and their buddies, and that's it.
So she gets passionate. We love that. Anna, well,
that's one way of calling it. She is just she's in a perpetual state of being on the rag.
A good day, LA. Good to have you.
No sexist.
My pleasure to be here.
All right, so tell us a little bit about...
I'm on the camera. I made my hair all curly. Reminds me of girls in junior high getting ready for the junior prom. And they're like, I'm going to make my hair curly. What? Why? Your hair's straight. It's straight 360 days of the year. I know, but this is a special day, so I'm going to curl it at the bottom. Oh, my God. You suddenly went from being an 8 to a 10.
The Young Turks. Why do you think that model has been so successful in this...
Oh my God. Good Day LA. Ew. They still have shows like this?
Era when so many people are turning away from traditional media models.
Well, I think it's the same reason.
It's because we speak the truth. We speak truth to power. Let's try to predict what she's going to say. And we're unfiltered, so I can't even pretend to be objective. I know, like, journalism, you're supposed to be and all that, but I just say, fuck it. I got my degree in journalism from Cal State Northridge, and I was like, I'm about to reinvent journalism, literally, by not being a journalist. Like, that's really doing wonders for the genre.
Trump got the type of attention he did during the election. He presented himself.
Is this a closeted gay? I mean, I feel like a guy whose hair is that well kept. Look at the size of that sideburn. Like, what is that? I feel like it's a helmet. I feel like it's Lego. I feel like you could just plug that in. Or Mr. Potato Head?
Himself as someone who's authentic. We actually are authentic, and
I like how she's talking to, like, this Ken doll, talking about authenticity.
I think that really did speak volumes to younger audiences that wanted news content that was easy to understand.
Right. Spoon-fed to them. Basically, a generation of Asperger victims. They're not really victims. We're the victims of their Aspergery. But, yeah, their audience, they like to make fun of Fox News and say, oh, your audience is all in their 70s. Their audience is in their teens. The Young Turks audience is in their teens. It's like 18 to 22, okay? No, it's younger than that. It skews so young because they take these malleable, stupid-ass minds. No offense. I don't want to be ageist, but you're dumb as a fucking pile of shit. You're hot, though, too, so, I mean, you know, not all. But, like, they're trying to be like, yeah, our message really doesn't penetrate. It doesn't really work on people who have fully developed brains. But they try to spin it as, we're the next generation. Shit, the choice of a new generation.
But also spoke to the issues that they feel passionately about, like affordable housing, which was what I was talking about in that clip.
Do you think, though, that...
You said a good sentence, Anna. Look at you. Oh, my God. Look at that face. I'm not vibing with this angle.
There is value in sort of the traditional media's attempt to try to play it straight, to put it down the middle.
Look at him, just suggesting, just nonchalantly, what about the idea of being unbiased? And, you know, reporting the news instead of just barking, instead of just burping up your opinion about shit. How about that? Just journalism and interest you at all? No?
That right now there's so much echo chambers on the left and the right. I mean,
I think that's a great question. There has been an issue with the way traditional media confuses objectivity with neutrality. So I think it is important to show both sides of a story, which is what we do. But
no, you do not. Oh my God. How could she lie to herself like that? They are slanted from start to finish, from every single editorial choice they make. The topic of the video to, I mean, all they do is they just read shit that other outlets create. Whether it's an article or just a piece in a paper, but it's usually not even a paper. They go to other regressive rags and regurgitate it and then put their dumb, uninformed amateur spin on it. And she's trying to act all high and mighty like, yeah, this is the new wave of, like, new media and journalism, and it's just, we really speak to this whole audience. We speak to a massive audience, and it's just like the new, we're just evolving. Anna, it's a grotesque charade. They've been telling themselves this lie so long, they believe it.
It's also important to get to the heart of the matter and tell your audience, hey, we did the research, we did the heavy lifting, and this is...
You did the research. Anna is such a goddamn Google warrior. I mean, these people, honestly, I don't understand. It's so comical to see someone evolve this much, to go this far down a rabbit hole without any check and balance. So it's like the lemurs of Madagascar. Okay, they're fucked up. You ever seen these things? Their eyeballs all big and, like, it's a freak show down in Madagascar, right? And it's because no other animals were keeping them in check. They didn't have any predators. I mean, if those lemurs tried to hang out wherever else, drop them into any other ecosystem, they're getting eaten. They're getting extincted. that a word? The Young Turks are lemurs, okay? And I am a wild baboon. Now, I would eat a lemur. But see, they have created their own Madagascar in their own little bubble. This is what I call virtual Madagascar. Can we make it a verb? Madagascarized? They've Madagascarized themselves. It's obvious.
This is the person who's telling the truth. This is the person who's lying. I think far too often what you see in traditional media is this fear of appearing as if you're sharing your opinion. So a lot of hosts, a lot of anchors.
Anna, here's the thing. We know that you're nobody. You're a piece of shit. Okay? Your opinion is uninformed, incorrect, shallow, vapid. Anna, we didn't elect you. You're dumb. So we don't want to hear your thoughts on things. Like, does that ever occur to you? Anna, you're a glorified intern that was a piece of ass to be put in juxtaposition of Fat Gank. Sorry, the fat brown buffalo. To get ratings. Okay? You're not Diane Sawyer. But she's like, oh no, I get millions of views. I have millions of views, Anna. I have millions of views, and I'm talking to my iPhone.
A lot of reporters will be neutral, and they'll just show both sides without getting to the heart of the truth.
The heart of the truth? Is that a phrase? The heart of the truth. As opposed to what? Does the truth have organs? I get to the balls of the truth.
Well, you're not afraid about sharing your opinion, so let's ask you for some of your opinions, right?
Like, I barely believe that dude's human, though. Seriously. For sure, that guy's from Westworld.
We had this Trump-Kim summit last night. Your basic reaction?
I think that overall...
Anna Kasparian, talk about the North Korean deal. Like, what? How much time do you think she put into this? Okay, let's work backwards. Look at her makeup right now. Look at her hair. Look at her clothing outfit. Look at her clothing choices. Look at the outfit she's wearing. All of that takes time. You can't just snap your fingers. It's not like in The Fifth Element where you just click a button and then boom, you got makeup on your face. No, she spent a lot of time doing that. Okay. What else is her day composed of? Going to the bathroom, sleeping, eating, updating her social media. She did not research this. I did not research this, but I'm willing to admit it. She's about to fudge this as if she's in 8th grade giving a book report on a book she didn't read. Watch.
It's a good thing that Trump is approaching this from a more diplomatic route. With that said, I don't believe...
A diplomatic route? He was waving his dick at the dude on Twitter the other day. Or I guess it was a couple months ago. Where he's like, hey, Rocket Man, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to come with the freaking sound and fury. If you don't shut your yapper. I mean, the guy is unhinged.
That this agreement is something that will lead to something. I don't think it's going to lead to real change. I don't believe that North Korea will denuclearize. What I am concerned about is that Trump agreed to stop military exercises and also bring American troops back home from South Korea. That could really destabilize the region, and also that could...
Listen to her. That could really destabilize the region? Anna, you're such a tosser. Anna, have you ever been to the region? When was the last time you were in the Far East? Good God. I mean, you could feel her stretching, right? She's so over her pay grade, it's insane.
Could further alienate our ally, South Korea. And Trump has this habit of alienating our allies and, being incredibly complimentary to our adversaries, including Russia and North Korea. So he...
Yeah, but Trump is an asshole to everybody. He's a bull in a global China shop. I mean, he's pissing off Japan, he pisses off China, he pisses off Mexico, Canada, you name it, Germany. I mean, every country. Name a country he hasn't pissed. Madagascar.
Really needs to think about the long game and how this could potentially negatively impact the United States, destabilize other regions of the world.
Destabilize is a word I'm going to use on Fox today. I said it twice. Drink every time I say destabilize the region.
And if we alienate ourselves from our allies, who's to say that they would come to our defense if we are ever attacked?
Yeah. World War III has broken out. We're being bombed. All of our major population centers are getting nuked. Does anybody have a hotline to South Korea? Help us, please. What? Please help us, you gooks. No, that's the Vietnamese. I think gook is I think that is a word meaning South Korean or Korean. Not sure. I think it's maybe Korean. Maybe it's a word in Korean. This is all being edited out. You realize that, right? Yeah, Anna, I don't think we're too concerned about the military assistance of South Korea in case of a nuclear war. But great point. I think your point destabilized my sanity.
The president's perspective is that many of our allies are freeloaders, that we do more for them than they do for us, and that the system itself isn't working.
Will you please rip off that suit and fly away, Superman?
What's been happening in North Korea isn't working for all these different presidents.
Look at the motion graphics of that Good Day LA. Ew, it's so 90s, isn't it? Look at the blue sky in the background. It's all sterile. Look at the decor of this place. Is that guy wearing purple socks? How did I bury the lead? Brown leather shoes with purple socks? Gay confirmed. What is that? And what are these central pieces on the table? This looks like the decoration of a Klingon spaceship. Am I in the transporter room?
And so we
beam me out. Beam me, Stefan, it's beam me up, not beam me out. Stop being a cunt.
Got to shake it up a little bit, and maybe if we force the issue, we'll get results that other presidents didn't get. Your reaction to that?
Well,
Anna, react. Start talking. Destabilize? Alienate? Give us a big fancy word.
Well, I think that the president is very good at misleading the American people about what the reality is. For instance, he made it seem as though the United States pays nearly all of the cost to operate NATO, and that is not the case. We pay 1/5 of the cost. And
she read an article about that this morning.
And when it comes to the trade deficits, he lies about the numbers there too. And unfortunately, people believe him. We have allies. We need allies. When the United States was attacked in 9/11, the first country to come to our aid was Canada. And if we continuously...
Excuse me. Come to our aid during 9/11? Explain that. What do you mean by that? How? They sent us money? Troops? What did they do? They joined us in our operations in Afghanistan? It was a symbolic token gesture. What does that even mean? We're supposed to get on our hands and knees and be like, oh, Canada, please save us. From what? We need saving from Canada.
Push them aside while bringing in our adversaries, who, by the way, I don't believe that North Korea is a rational actor. They have promised to
destabilize?
Give up their weapons in the past, and they did not do that.
Yeah, but you can't, yeah, that's true, Anna, but you cannot front on the haircut of Mr. Kim Jong-un. Give it up. Look at that. That's a fashy cut if I've ever seen one. That dude is alt-right. That dude is more alt-right than Richard Spencer.
So I think it's important for us to remain friends with those who have stood by our sides, while also, yes, we need to approach North Korea from a different perspective.
So, in other words, so what I've gotten so far is that we are reliant upon Canada and South Korea for the military defense of America. Okay.
I don't think that insulting people on Twitter is the right way to go.
How many phallic symbols are in front of Kim Jong-un at this moment? Wouldn't one mic do the trick there, Koreans? What's going on there? Looks like a gang. It looks like a bukkake session.
Which is why I'm happy that he's approaching this from a more diplomatic perspective.
Does Kim Jong-un have a fish for a tie? That is the silver scaly body of a fish.
But I think that, we don't have any verification in this deal that North Korea will denuclearize.
Speaking of not insulting people on Twitter, Melania Trump has made that her pledge, her to try to end cyberbullying.
Why does this guy have a handkerchief? I mean, seriously, what the hell? What time period is a handkerchief necessary, fashionable? What is the point of that? Is that to blow his nose? Is that for style? This man is overtly gay, but like to an offensive degree. It's offensive because he's not admitting it. Like, wear a rainbow tie or something. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, did you know George Michael was gay when you were growing up? And I'm like, nope, had no clue. So maybe my gaydar is just broken, but I remember watching him. I'd watch him in Wham. I saw the Wham video, and I didn't know he was gay.
You've actually stood up for Melania Trump on Twitter. What's your main message? Because a lot of people have questioned where she was or what's going on with her. What's your take?
I saw a lot of trashy stories and commentary about where Melania was, a lot of speculation, even within the news industry, that made me uncomfortable. There was speculation that she had plastic surgery, that
AIDS.
She had been beaten by the president, and I hated all of it. You know, politics aside, she's a person.
We have a Russian mail-order bride as the First Lady. It's just another degree of embarrassment. But yeah, compared to Trump, she seems like who's a great woman in the world. It's kind of very telling that it takes me this long to think of one. Who's like a universally accepted great woman? She comes across as Eleanor Roosevelt.
She didn't run for president, and I don't believe she has any obligation to be in the public eye at all hours of the day. I think that she has her own life, and she should be free to live it however she feels is proper for her.
Certainly seems like a complicated relationship.
Yeah, it's not really the case. It's kind of a stupid thing to say. She's the First Lady of the United States of America. She doesn't really have a private life anymore. I mean, obviously she's not an open book and she does have privacy, but like, she is a public figure. So she's open to criticism and commentary.
But all relationships are complicated.
I just don't think, I mean, I just don't think it's any of our business. I think that right now there are Americans suffering with stagnant wages, affordable housing is a big issue, and rather than focusing on those problems that Americans really do want to hear about, we're speculating about where the First Lady is.
Yeah.
I think we could do more than one thing at one time. I love her platform of, I think we should have more money and more houses. You get a house and you get a house. I mean, it's so empty, isn't it? It's like the ramblings of a child.
Well, we can hear, thank you for coming in, and you can hear some of that on YouTube, the Young Turks page. They're live for 2 hours every
The Young Turks page. They have a web page, I believe. It's www, it's all lowercase.
Every day, starting at 3 o'clock, sometimes longer. And hopefully you'll see Anna soon on our political show, The Issue Is.
That was a weird laugh to end it. And the awkwardness of that moment is cascading over me now. I feel partly responsible for his laughter and that weird moment. It wasn't me. I took no part in it. I saw it. But I did not generate it, so don't blame me. Absolutely awful, Anna. I am mesmerized by how highly you think of yourself. And, yeah. And, I mean, the only thing I could add to that is that the guy did not impress me that much either. So, nice strategy going on that show. I mean, the state of news in the world today is just, it's on life support. We need a hero. We need a new brand. We need a new generation of anchors. We need Tom Brokaw. Where is he? Is he in retirement? Is he fishing? Get him back, please. I want an old, rich white man to tell me things. Anyway, that will probably trigger some people. Hope you have a good day. Bye. Whoa, what the fuck? Supporting a screwed Roo. Nice, man. Reminds me of that old joke about Kangaroo's cousin. Roo Ted. I mean, like rooted, like the, like that black magazine. Thank you. Cool. 100 fucking bucks, Fisher Brain Dead? Jesus, thank you. Good lord, guys. The hell? That's not even pesos. Steamboat Willie. Jesus, guys. Guys. That's unbelievable. Maybe I should just go through the, now that I have you here. might just go through some other stuff I was going to do for the Flying Monkey podcast, but since I can't do that anymore, maybe I'll just do that now. Although I do have to finish this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was going to play you the video, the stupid-ass Francis video. Where'd it go? I am shocked and bewildered by these chats. Here it is.
For voting while on felony probation.
My mom told me, go vote. Like, this is the last day, go vote. And I was like, okay, Mom, I'll go when I get off work.
55-year-old Terry Road is charged with first-degree election misconduct.
It's time for another installment in my Tale of Two Americas series, where I compare the treatment of two people by the justice system and try not to pull out.
That's where I froze it. If you freeze any, look at this.
Justice.
Okay. That's not normal. You realize that? Looks like an inflamed anus. Look at it. I just want to take a water hose to that and just clean it out. Ew. He does look like a donkey, though. It does look like he should be eating a carrot at all times.
System and
give this guy a salt lick for Christmas.
Try not to pull out my blonde/ginger locks.
Okay, so this is the video I'm reacting to.
Okay, so what are we hearing here? There's a woman in Texas sentenced 5 years in prison for casting ballot while Texas woman sentenced 5 years in Texas. There's a woman in Texas woman sentenced 5 years in prison for casting ballot while ineligible to vote. Okay, so this is a woman with a felony, a prior felony. She has served time in jail. She is on parole. And then she broke the law again. Now, casting a vote when she was technically ineligible to vote doesn't seem like a serious crime. She probably has a pretty good case in an appeal. 5 years seems pretty excessive. But she is operating in the context of you are a felon, you are a convicted felon on parole. So if you recommit any crime, the system will not be that lenient on you.
Francis is just blatantly race baiting again. It's just, I mean, he's like a wild stallion just running with this narrative. And he gets so much positive feedback. All the worst people enable this shit. You ever hear about people in relationships where you have one person enabling the other? So imagine an alcoholic, say. Or, you know, you have a group of friends that enable you, but like it's usually referred to by one person. You're enabling this behavior. So let's say, you know, Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love. Kurt Cobain was a heroin addict, so he dates a heroin addict, and she enables him, and you know the behavior is normalized and promoted. That a human being will find satisfaction if they find one person enabling a behavior. What the millennial scum of today, what they have with social media and whatnot, is tens of thousands of people enabling their hideous agendas. So, hi, race baiting, maybe it's bad, I don't know. I mean, there are some people that make videos against me, but I don't really watch them. I mean, I think I'm pretty much awesome and doing what's right for the world. Meanwhile, I'm promoting a race war and like promoting the killing of cops and whatnot. But, you know, their inbox is filled with people. Like, people are sending them tit pics, and they're getting praise from left and right. And it's not just one person. It's not just Courtney Love. It's thousands and thousands of people every day. So what incentive does he have to change? He's not going to be listening to some inner voice. He has no Mr. Miyagi. There is no Jiminy Cricket. It's just him. It's just him and his horse face and his stupid-ass Instagram photos. He goes home at night and just like high fives Hassan Piker and counts his money. It's fucking awful.
You like that emotional? 5 more years.
Hold on.
Well, you can decide which. With frustration, On the one hand, we have Crystal Mason. Mason voted in the 2016 election while on probation for a prior tax crime. She tried to cast a provisional vote at her church after she heard that her name couldn't be found on the voter roll. And the vote she submitted never actually counted. Nobody told her she wasn't permitted to vote, not even her parole officer nor the judge. Yet as a result, Mason was sentenced to 5 years in prison and recently lost her bid for a new trial. 5 more years in jail.
Okay, so you like that emotional? 5 more years. Okay, so great. Yeah, that's interesting. He's, by the way, he doesn't give a fucking donkey dick about this woman's personal case, about her illegal vote and about her violation of probation. No, this story is a race-baiting story. This story is a race-baiting story. He's doing this.
See that little click? A goddamn dolphin. See that?
Because she is black. Now, her blackness, I don't know where this comes in. I don't know how they try to shoehorn in. She was black, though. So I guess the judge is like, I was going to give you a month, but now that I see you in my courtroom, I notice you're black. I'm just gonna make up a new rule and just say 5 years. Fuck it. Is that how? I mean, Francis, how do you
see that click fucking game I got?
How do you think the judicial system works?
All right, that's a. If anybody knows that reference, it's a reference to a stand-up comedian. I will award points, credit to anybody who knows which comedian made fun of the word judicial system.
Okay, first of all, okay.
For voting while unaware she wasn't supposed to. And of course, voting while black and unaware.
First of all, you seem a little bit shiny. Can we get a little makeup on that? Second of all, voting while black? What? What the fuck are you talking? I wish more black people did vote. Then the Democrats would win. Notice though that they didn't say. Notice though that they didn't say.
Is this that?
Let's
cut it right there and cut it. Ooh, look at this.
Notice though that they didn't say who she voted for. Just put a little footnote in that. I mean, I'm guessing it was Hillary Clinton. But notice she's the good guy of this story. Get ready for the bad guy. Guess what color the bad guy's going to be. Watch.
France 4. I don't know why I spelled out France. Because France just played soccer today. It's on my mind.
And then on the other hand, we have Terry Lynn Rowe, a woman from Iowa who was convicted of voting for Donald Trump twice in the 2016 election. Rowe's reasoning...
Okay, hold on. There's many things we need to address here, starting with this woman. Here's a picture of her. And I am bound by the community standards of YouTube, so I am not allowed to bully or harass. I really can't make fun of anybody. So I'm just going to look at this photo. I want you to envision me looking at this. Now I'm going to make a series of sounds, and I want you to guess what is going through my head. I'm not allowed to convey what is going through my head. I'm not allowed to convey what is going through my head. I can only make sounds. And the scene will begin in 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So that and scene. That was my performance. Anyway, so yeah, she voted for Trump. So ooh, boo, she's the bad person, and she's white. Oh, boo. Okay, so she votes. So she votes twice and gets 2 years probation and a $750 fine. Okay. This took place in Iowa, just if anyone wants, in case anyone wants to keep track of that. The other one was in Texas. So let me explain to you, Francis. We have different states, 50 of them, and each state has their own laws. So the way Iowa deals with stuff is different than Texas. Now, that could partially be why the sentencing was different. But the lion's share, the main reason, is because this woman did not have a prior felony and was not in violation of her parole. That is a massive difference. Massive.
Okay. Where are we going at? We're going France 5. Oh, yeah.
Was not that she was unaware or did it by accident. It was that she believed Trump's claims that the election was rigged and voted twice out of concern that one of her votes could be changed to Hillary Clinton.
One vote. Right. Okay. Whatever. Right. Okay. Whatever. She's a moron, and she did not get away with this. She was found guilty and punished.
France 6. Let's check in on the score of the game. Is it possible? Fresh. 0-0. 45th minute. Good Lord, it's been 45 minutes. Okay. 0-0. We got an anonymous anime icon.
The word incel has been
10,000 views. Not so bad, actually. Incels' anger towards women isn't quite hatred. They're frustrated and actually love women, but don't know how to get them to love them also, and don't know what to do with those feelings. Well, it is anger and hate. I mean, it's nasty as fuck, I'll tell you that. And I just got a video from Kelly Noodle. Insane. What's she talking about? Oh. It's her just doing a dance naked. No, she saw a restaurant that's called Devon. She sent me a video. Very sweet. If you truly hated women, they would treat women like they treat everything else they don't like, with indifference. And there are lots of men like that, but they don't have a community because they have nothing to say on the matter because they literally have no care for females and aren't gay either. Well, I think, like anything else, when you group up dudes who have anger and frustration, it just festers and gets worse. And, they're looking for like an incel Hitler to tell them that they should be proud of themselves and not feel like they're the problem. It's women. They're the fucking... They treat women like they're the Jews. Women are rats. We need a final solution for women. Fuck them. All right, I can't resist the urge. I'm going to play one new game. My ranking on here is 1965. I think it's a little bit different than chess.com, but I've been seeing a bunch of grandmasters play on this, including what's his name? Magnus Carlsen. And so it has better features. Like you can draw little arrows while you play and shit, and it shows you where you can move, legal moves. Which I don't know if that's... I guess it would be cheating if the other guy didn't have that. But okay, take. Now I slide out to here. Out. He's gonna push this away. He doesn't like him there. Oh, I'm gonna immediately push this dude. Get up in his business a little bit. Now it's a good question how to... I'm gonna Fiend Keto over here attacking this pawn here. You understand? No, you don't. Of course you don't. This is the Game of Champions. Alright, so now he's gonna do the same thing. He's got the same plan, but I'm ahead of him in development. So, okay. Now he's defending that and he's attacking that. It's a brilliant move. God, sir. Now I come here looking for that attack. He defends. Brilliant. That's when Uncle Devin came up with this gem of a move. I'm doubling up on this piece. How does he defend? He comes with this guy. Then, what do? Nothing. I accept defeat and resign. No, I probably push pawns. Pawn push. Okay, that's not really up. Because now I'm attacking here. So I'm defending here, attacking here. It's brilliant. Okay, what is he going to do? I get my horsey poop out. He comes with one of these pawns. He's trying to jump frog here. Don't even try it. We don't play that. Castle. Nice. He's got to get that guy out. He might take that trade. I'll push here. Defending this pawn, he'll take that trade. That's a rage trade, I call that. He just wants blood. He just wants one of my pieces. Just so he can tell someone that he took a piece. It's cute. I slide to here. Look into Nestle up in here. Not here, because he'll rage take that. But Nestle. Oh, see that? He tries to get sneaky. Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, that's a nice move, actually. If I take there en passant, he's got this bang check. The little snake in the grass right there. Absolute snakery. He's a real cunt. Gotta say. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cunt. All right, I'll go here. Taking here, checking there. They should make a sound when you check. Instead, a little red thing lights up around the king. So he take, I take, and I got a pawn nestled there, and I'm looking to come back here. Bing, 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 mate. But first, he's going to be taking here. What? No take, and leaving me to not... Didn't get a piece out of that. That's gay. So now he can't come out. He's got to push this pawn. He's pushing this pawn to try to get these guys involved. Oh. Trying to line me up. I am the man. That's a rook lift. We're coming rookie poop over here. He's going to be pushing. Who will fight for your own? I have this, though. I might have a little... No, I don't. Get nothing in love. I'm pushing here. So kingside defense, scrapped. Oh, and I just gave it my queen. That's a terrible move. As is often the case, you realize what you've done after you've done it. Let this be a lesson. Do as I say, not as I do. And that was really gay. Super gay. I'm not going to give up. If that's what you thought, I'm not going to give up. I still have a solid defense over here. Got to get this dude involved. King is a little bit hanging, right? He's looking to take and wreck shit. This guy's all about just wrecking shit. It's just fucking takes. Where's the follow? I come here. What does he do there? Can't go there. He's got a fiend. What? Okay, I defend here. He was trying to like trap me or some shit. Oh, that's nice. I see what he did there. I am the man who will fight for your honor. Can't take. It's all trapped. It's all locked down. That's this check, and if I come here, it would be the natural move. What is natural here? Because you make me feel. Take? Is he going to push there? Yeah, he pushed. Let's see what he did. Pushed it real good. 21 seconds, holy fucking Christ. So, in purpose here, and we're in effect. Push it. Okay. I think I need to clear this shit out. No, it's gay. Terrible. I have no moves whatsoever. Game is about to be over. I am just struggling. Struggle. Take. Now it's giving up. Give up, dude. Hanging. Can't take checks. Incredibly bad. Give me a rematch. Please. For the love of God. If I don't lose my queen, I might have a chance. That's my strategy this time, is to not lose. Doesn't abide by my typical Italian. Horsey poop is okay. Developing, castling. Preparing for this castle. I'm gonna be pushing here. Oh, Slide back is here. Nessel's there. It's coming hot and heavy. Coming back. Yeah. Slide him back. Interesting. Take back with the slide in there. Tuck. I'm going to push here. That calls for a nestle. Pushing here. He's definitely not castling this side now. Taking here, he wants that, but he's going to get instantly dealt with, although he might take here. I like that. I should not have pushed there. That was a mistake. Because he's taking here. So he's some swine. He's got a filthy check on me there. That check is deadly. Yeah, it's ugly. Check. Taking with the queen. No, he's trying to muscle me. Okay. Like it. Let's defend. Comes here. Swaps queens. Oh! Dirtbag. Slide to here. Pops to there. Oh, on the king. He's hunting my king down. Wow. Wow. Take. He's taking here. He's bright. No. Okay. Got to slide out here. Comes in here for the check. I got to run. And I ran. I ran, so. Comes there. Run. Then here, looking to jam me up there. Go for a trade. I'm down a piece. Okay, is that? Push. Now here. Nestle. Then here. Then we take. Don't you think? Frosty. I slide to here. It's a nice nestle. He pushes here. Ooh. Okay. I come here. Pressure on both. This and this. So I'm pinned here under that attack, so I can't take that pawn. I'd like to. Because I got 1, 2, 3. He's 4. He's got 4, but look at I got 1 on island. Oh, fuck. Alright, so take, and then the slide is to here. Slides to here. And after, oh, I see what he did. Okay. So now we are firmly in the end of the end of times. Alright, this is going to be neutralized. Comes here. Isn't he? Pushing. Check is there. Checky boom. Go. There. Yeah. Oh, we look at dirtbag. I slide down here. 2 up. Come here. Attacking here. Slide to there. So I come here. There. Does he come here? Think. I would have thought so. So for sure, 24 seconds to 46 seconds. All right. He's got to defend this piece. Now that move is going to be, that's good for me. So I blockade that, and now put a check on him. Right in here. Checky boom. We're checking here. Eat a dick. Eat a satchel. Satchel of cock. Okay. Looking for that. We got it. And we got it. He's freaking out, trying to save him. He was worried about time. Comes over here. There's nothing. Oh, God, why didn't I just win the game? I just missed taking his piece. So we'll do it the hard way. Sneaky. Sneaky boom. Dick. Go ahead and take that. Fuck. Pushing. King to here. Pushing to here. Pawn is available. Taking. No, don't even give him that. 0 fucks given. Taking. Later. Game over. All right, and one more rubber match. I think it needs to happen. And accepted. We're going to start with, I saw Nakamura do. Nakamura! Which is Fiend Kettle on the side. Experimenting with it. Queen out. Castling. Watch out for this. King. Oh, okay, send it. Send in the boys. Okay, rep this. Fight is for that square. Got an army defending it. He's gonna just push. Okay, I'm gonna slide to here. Too close for comfort, this dude. What? What had happened? I'm gonna take back here. Opening up this battery against this. I'm going to push pawn. Evacuating. Like it. Now we're coming on this square. So now far less defenders on it. Taking. Now we got 2. You know we're pushing. It's a cunty move by him. See what he's going for, but it's like, dude, bro. I'm saying, I'm gonna take here. I'm gonna take his goddamn horse, and this pawn is over. His Fianchetto is cut off. I'm taking here, trading down. If not, I'm taking one of these. Oh, good lord, what did he just take? Oh, he took that. That's gay. Okay. Take here. Tempo on the bishop. In other words, he has to deal with this, right? Before going on offense, which I don't even know what offense is. This guy's blocked. Okay, he's unpinned. Now I take here, getting this Fianchetto dude out, but I think he's going to push. What just happened? We just gobbled one of my doubled pawns. Again, gay. I take. You take. These pieces. Oh, filthmonger. Let's see what he's doing. Targeted. It's bad. It's real bad, guys. It's bad. It's bad as in it's not looking good at all right now. It's just looking like a pile of shit right here. So, what is the move? I'm staring at the clock go down. Okay. Here's the fork. Forking. Pushing up. Taking. This is being defended. Taking. Take back is here. Taking back. It's coming here. Not tasty. Tasty treat there. Oh, fuck. Is it game? He's got this file. I'm going to hide back in this little nugget, this little thing, and he's still coming down here. Oh, my God. It is so unbelievably not good right now. Is that safe from anything? He's pushing. He's in all sorts of danger here. Danger! Gotta deal with this queen. He can't. There's no check there. There's no check here. Where'd he go? Oh. I slide to here, threatening mate. Pushes. After the push, slide to here. Where's his check? Oh, down the corner? Does it? Does he have? Goes corner, take, check, and then probably finish it with a series of checks. Yeah. He's probably going to be able to. Taking, checking. That dirty monstrosity. Checking. Checking here. Checky, boom. I go boom, boom, boom. Wayo, wayo. He is such a check monster right now. Look at that. And he got me mated in the corner. Queer. Hide. Checking. Running. Checking. 15. Why? Where's my time gone? Oh, I have mate in 1. Come on, you dickhead. He has all sorts of checks, though. Am I going to get out of these checks? Do I have that? That move? No. That move is. Then there? But then if he goes there, I come here. Hide in the corner. This diagonal is covered. Oh, he's got this. Desperation. Desperation check. Taking. 10 seconds. Can I get out of it? Come on, 9. Hide behind these pawns. Dick. Hide. Hide. 5 seconds. Hide. Oh my god, please let me win this. 3 seconds. Dick. Oh my god. That little fuck. Oh. Why? I just fucking choked under pressure. Fucking bastard. You saw that though. I did actually beat him. And you know it.
The judge also added.
Yeah, and that also is just the law. That's the law of Iowa. That's the law of Iowa. So, I mean, if she was black and did this, it would have been the exact same thing.
Shit. France 7.
Oh, he's
for McCain. Thank you.
No, I want to vote for Obama.
2 votes for McCain.
One of those votes for McCain. This machine is rigged.
And for her punishment, Rote was sentenced to 2 years probation and a $750 fine, with the judge also adding that the felony will be erased from her record after she pays her fine and finishes probation. Now here's the thing, before those who deny that race is ever an issue flood to the comments with, but it's different states, she had a prior offense, the law is the law.
He's predicting. Interesting. Oh, he's predicting. Interesting. Very interesting. He already understands why his argument is tragically flawed. Well, but before we can say that it's not race, what evidence is there that there is anything to do with race here? What the fuck? Why would you try to insinuate this is about race? Francis, the crimes are different. Law being broken. Law. Francis, the situations are different. Francis, the situations are different. You don't have one shred of evidence that race had anything to do with this. Does that not embarrass you? I mean, do you have no shame? Do you have any shame? Do you have any shame what embarrass you? Do you have any shame whatsoever? Is there that there is anything to
Just before you pop a vein, trying to pretend race has nothing to do with the treatment of people of colour in the judicial system.
See how hard it is to say judicial? Judicial.
Let me share with you some information. According to the US Sentencing Commission, on average, black people receive sentences 19.1% longer than whites for the same crime.
Vox came out with that. Fascinating. This has been debunked 1 billion times. They do not account for the one and only basic thing that skews these numbers, which is the friggin' theme of my life. If I can convey one thing to you, it is that black people commit more crimes, way fucking more crimes. And if you ask anybody from citizens who live among blacks, other black people, the police, go to the hospitals, ask the emergency rooms, who's being brought in with gunshot wounds? Who? Ask the lawyers, ask the lawyers, ask the judges, ask the wardens, ask the prison guards. I mean, for the love of God, for the love of God, they have longer sentences on average because they commit more crimes. They are repeat offenders more. That is not being factored in. You have no case whatsoever. None.
Looks like I went into a deep think there. Let's chill that out. And I'm going to be showing you some trailers in a bit. We're going to, get outside of race and politics and whatever. Francis. I'll do a little like Renaissance men.
It's funny. In the same fucking article that you just ganked that from, the Vox article, it says, as Christopher Ingram noted at the Washington Post, this likely wasn't the only explanation. What? There's other reasons why there might be a gap? More than racism? Because that's Francis's favorite. A 2014 study published by the University of Michigan Law School, for example, found that prosecutors' initial charging decisions were a major driver of racial disparities in sentencing. All else held equal, black arrestees were 75% more likely to face a charge with a mandatory minimum sentence than white arrestees. Even for the same crime, prosecutors often have a variety of charges they can file. So they're facing different charges, as in the situations are different, and the crimes they commit are more severe on average, requiring larger minimum sentences, mandatory. And perhaps, so what the fuck? What in the fuck? It's really interesting when you go down this rabbit hole. He's looking for someone to be a racist. Okay? Okay? I mean a lot of the times they like to talk a lot of the times they like to talk about the system. You know, I have a t-shirt, The Systemic Systems of Structural Institutions. But it's kind of vague. It's not that satisfying to be like, the system is racist. I mean, they'll say it, but much better to have a target. So who is the racist? Who? Is it a judge somewhere? Oh, be sure the judge is white. Do your research. Is it the lawyers? Those dirty racist lawyers? Is it the prisons? Ooh, they have a lot of blacks. That's kind of racist. That's kind of racist, isn't it? That's kind of blacks. That's kind of racist, isn't it? Who is racist here? The laws are the law. There are differences in these situations that account for why they go the way they do. How sad is it that these people, hundreds of years after slavery, they have nothing left to bitch about, and they're talking about, black people go to jail longer, because racism, and so that's what I want to talk about. And so that's what I want to talk about. They commit a shit ton more crimes. That's why they're in jail more. That's why they're repeat offenders more. They commit worse crimes than white people on average. In other words, more murder, more rape, more assault, more violent crimes. So you think that might be reflected in the numbers, you jackass? What kind of fucking lunacy is it for him to ignore the fact that black people are committing all of this crime, and that it is their responsibility to be accountable for that? What kind of an asshole does he think black people are? That they have to be babied in this way. Hey, blacks, don't worry about it. Even though you're raping and assaulting, committing crime and murder, and you guys all know this. I mean, most of the time, it's happening to you all. But Francis is here to nitpick on a thing that is not even valid. He's making it up just to kiss your puckered black asshole. That's what he's doing with these lips. I sent him that. I sent him this image on Twitter. He wrote back this. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? I'm horrified.
Okay. Making good progress here. I'm very happy with the progress. We're in full flow. It's 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. Videos. For 99% of my audience that do not Patreon me.
Oh, okay. So this is what he's saying.
And blacks are also 75% more likely to face a charge with a minimum mandatory sentence than whites. And if you're ready to come back at me locked and loaded with the Ben Shapiro talking point of
saying that it's the prosecutors. So it's the prosecutors, the initial charge. So they have a little bit of choice. They could say, let's say the guy kills someone. They could go with second-degree murder or manslaughter. There is some discretion there, sometimes. The problem with that is, once again, repeat offense matters a huge amount. In other words, the judicial system, they're sick to death of criminals. They can't fucking stand them. They deal with them every day. And when they come in, it's whatever. They slap you on the wrist. They go, get the fuck out. We don't want to see you back here. When you come back, when you repeat offend, they're pissed. They're like, you motherfucker, this is the 10th time you've been in front of me. Have you ever seen People's Court? Have you ever been in court? They're not effing around. They're not effing around. And punishments get ramped up because clearly punishing you the one time didn't do anything. Clearly punishing you the one time didn't do anything.
Sounds retarded.
Clearly punishing you the one time didn't do anything. Punishing you the one time didn't do anything.
Slightly less retarded.
So yes, it does get increased. That's how the system works. It's not racist. It happens to anybody. If you're a career criminal and you're white and you're a repeat offender, you're going down for that. It just doesn't happen as much for white people on average compared to blacks because they don't commit anywhere near as many crimes. They don't commit anywhere near as many crimes. What part of that is hard for you to grapple with?
Okie dokie, coming near the end of this one. Motoring along, very nice.
Blacks commit the majority of the crime. African Americans represent only 13% of the population, but a majority of the innocent defendants who are wrongfully convicted of crimes and later exonerated. Of the population.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh my God. He thinks that's a Ben Shapiro talking point? Jesus. What the fuck do you think that sentence means? Let's time out. African Americans, blacks, are only 13% of the American population. Okay, this is, by the way, spoiler alert, this stat is damning for blacks. It doesn't help blacks. And yet he's such a doofus that he trots this out, thinking that it's helping his case. Okay, blacks are only 13% of the American population, but a majority of innocent defendants wrongfully convicted of crimes and later exonerated. Well, Francis, what do you think this means? Guess what else? They're the majority of guilty defendants, rightfully convicted, by a long shot. They're a majority. So, have you ever been to a jail? Francis, of course they're going to be the majority of innocent or wrongfully convicted criminals because the numbers reflect that. They're overrepresented. Do you understand? So, black people are only black people are only 13% of America. How about this? Black people are only 13% of them. Black people are only 13%. Do you understand? Black people are only 13% of America, but the majority of most prisons. I mean, what part of that reflects good upon black people? And he's highlighting, oh, what about the innocent ones that were wrongfully convicted? Great. What about the ones who weren't? What about the ones who did do something and were rightfully convicted? What a worthless statistic. What point does he think that proves? He has no conception of what is happening in prisons in America, or just whatever's happening, or just in America, or just what's happening in America. Francis, you're in Los Angeles. Go down to Crenshaw. Walk around. Just walk around. No, do me a favor. Wear a Boston Celtics jersey and walk around Crenshaw. Will you do that? You will not do that, Francis. Why don't you go do that and put that on Instagram? Dude.
They're also more than 7 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of violent crimes than whites.
Francis, you realize there's another side to this. They're like 100 times more likely to commit crimes. It's something like 25 times more likely to commit murder than a white person? I mean, look at him. He brings this up. Murder, sexual assault, drug crimes. Francis, who do you think is committing those crimes? Are you kidding me? And he's highlighting, well, some of those people are innocent. Yeah, because there's fucking thousands of them. I mean, this is like saying blacks are only 13% of the population, but most of the left-handed prisoners in prison are black. Can you imagine that? Yes, I can, because they're most of the people in prison.
And 12 times more likely to be convicted of non-violent drug crimes. If you've watched any of my videos, I have repeatedly outlined these disparities.
Trying to sell you
and how blacks are less likely to receive the kid gloves treatment by the justice system, from direct handling with police to their sentencing. And if you're still not sold, let's stick with Texas, shall we?
Isn't that crazy? Not sold. He's trying to sell you something. Crazy? Not sold. He's trying to. Isn't that crazy? Not sold. He's trying to sell you something. It's very interesting that he would use that word. What do salespeople do? Well, they pitch you a story. They lie to you. That's what salespeople do. What else do they do? They make money off of you. That's what he's doing. He's being paid to lie to you. Isn't that interesting? He's not self-aware. He's like one of those robots in Westworld who are just on their loop. They don't know. They're just doing what their programming says. They have no conception as to what's going on.
Probably in the 60th minute of the match. Let's check in on that to ascertain if the Peruvians stirred. Oh, and we have a Denmark, 67th minute. Denmark in the 67th minute. They have scored. Unbelievable. Let's see. What's this? Soccer streams. I don't want that. Give me Reddit. Give me soccer. Reddit soccer, yes. Give me not hot. Give me what's new. So I want to see that girl. And there it is. Denmark. Let's see that goal. Happened.
He lost possession. That was a mental mistake. Could that be because he's getting tired?
Oh my God, it's a breakaway?
I think he just made a bad decision.
Good space in the middle.
About decisions. There are 3
nice pass. Keeper was caught in no man's land. Keeper fucking blew that. He's caught in no man's. Look at the keeper. Keeper decided to run out right. Oh, they missed up. Look at this. So this guy here leaves his man on the wing to cover this guy because nobody's covering him. Like, that's the guy guarding him, right? And he's trotting along. You still have 3-on-3, but they fucked it. Look at this. So this guy stops. 2 guys are guarding the guy with the ball. And now the black guy starts to realize it. He's like, this guy's like, well, should I cover that guy? Or nobody's offsides because this guy's preventing that. So, he tried to get him in the offside trap right there, but he realized he was too late. See that third defender? That tried, couldn't. Pass sneaks through. Like, he fell as he passed that. Look at that. Sneaks through, and then look at the goalie. Goalie runs out. Guy had the pass. Look at this winger streaking. Easy pass right there. Pass. You want the glory. He went near post. Keeper was in total no man's land. He didn't cut off the ankle at all. And that threat from number 9 there is death. These 3 defenders. How the fuck do you lose track of all 3 of these offensive guys? Look at this guy. Look at this guy here. He goes for the offside trap. He's guarding this dude. Actually, never even saw him. He's just completely clueless. Now he sees him. He's like, oh yeah, who's that golden Danish stallion running past me? Let me get my little stubby little Peruvian legs. Okay, there we go. Goal. The crowd goes wild. Look at that. Yeah, let's see that. What? Oh, what? He's Danish? He's half black. God. The man bun. What's that? God, that moment when Denmark scores and it's a black guy. Killed my buzz. Damn it. Nice, good slide though. Yeah. Half Black Lives Matter. Oh, look at that. And look at this, another. How is this not Nigeria? Look at Michael Jordan coming in on him. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, primal. Primal. Yes, sir. Whoa. Wee. It's fun. All right, we check back in. 70th minute. The refresh gives us nothing. Oh, that refresh is so exciting. And so is chess. Here we go. Let's try to get on that winning track. We just took a nasty loss. It was ugly. Grant you that. Actually had the match won, but time. It's one of those things. Got to be quick with it. So we take on the ranking of 1944. Right before the Great War. No, when was the war? That was before that. It was during. That was the end of. All right. Got our horsey poops out. We get our bishop out. Targeting. These guys don't fall for shit, you know. Smart. Castles this side. Okay, send the runner. He defends all things. Oh, we'll take that. And we will nestle in here. He might push there. I'm going to take that. Oh, that's what he did. Okay. Got no thing happening. Run away. Here comes. Go. Taking. He's very strong here. He's really developed quite nicely. He pushes to checkmate me here. Battery. He's gonna get rid of this piece though. Have two. Oh god, he's tripling up on that. Takes back. Pieces are doing absolutely nothing. Okay. Getting smoked here. I run to here. Don't. I slide to here. And now I take, he mates. That's the pattern. So I slide to here to take with the king. And I'm losing on time already. And I'm outdeveloped and outplayed utterly. Well, if I nestle this piece here, he's got this pawn here, but I'm attacking here. Trade the queens off. But then he's got a lockdown on this. He saw it. And he saw it. I thrust and get him out. He's looking to push here, reveal attack on this. Okay. I nestle in here. Interesting. Avoiding this. Pushes. Oh god. Oh my god. Whatever. He just got a piece on me. Off this pin. It's very nice. I'm fuckville. Okay. I'm gonna try to salvage something by getting a filthy check. Comes to here. It's gay. Alright. I run away. I'm gonna run to here. Checks. Which way? Which piece does he take? Very nice. Impressive. Comes to here. Takes a trade off. He's trapped, doing nothing. Okay. Trade off. Just surrounded. It's gay as shit. Game over. It's not good. I'm trapped. Giving up castle. Doesn't change anything to stop anything. Saving. Race is there. Taking here, sliding here. Oh, he could have done that. Why would I encourage him to do that? It's weird and it's strange. That's winning. I have no rebuttal here so far. It's devastating too. This guy hurt me today. Got a stupid check there. Check, hiding, taking. Oh, God. Game over. What? Pinning? Has to be pinning. Choked a little bit there. Checking. Running. 29 seconds. Taking. Taking. Doesn't matter. Same. Nothing. Send it. Send him. Oh, God. It's ugly. That's a mate there. I can stop it. Can't. Damn. That's good. Very good. Alright. Try a rematch. Let's defend that central pawn. Okay, he's taking. This guy's clearly played games. Ending. Taking. Ending. Ending here. Pinning. That's good. That's very quick. He just came up with that. Does he slide here? No. Now he does. Running. Checking. Oh, that's nice. And I have to hide out here. He pops there. Deadly, huh? Got this. No, yeah. Oh, he's tripling up on this. Man, is it is fucking gangbanging me. Straight gangbang. Got all of his pieces working in coordination against me. My pieces just crippled and neutered. It's a good move. Yeah, you used to be a subscriber, but then you got all upset after shooting and told me, a subscriber, to go ahead and unsubscribe, and I did the way you did, so I did. I really just wanted to pop in here and remind you to go fuck yourself. Are you still butthurt about shooting? Wow. Scolding. This. You take my queen. It's just fucking. So you have a fucking way out of that. Ooh, that was ugly. Down 2-0 to this guy. Now I get my black opening on him. Let's go. Pinning the queen. Attacking the queen. 2 places. Queen has to retreat to here. Nope, that's not it. That's game over. Queen is mine. Attacking here, attacking here. Game over. Rematch. 1 for the good guys. My black opening just held up. But his development, you find yourself in these positions and it seems like, oh God, it happened so quick, but there are reasons. It's theory. It's each move factors in. And next thing you know, you're just under an avalanche attack. Now, if he castles this side, coming from, I'm going to immediately put pressure on that little battery. Say, F you. No. Start with this. See where he goes. Okay, fuck. And slide to here. Temper. Give him some pressure. Interesting. This is mine now, is it not? And I take with the horse because I want to have this threat. So if he takes with this, I take here. He take, I take. Yep. Centralized control. Thrust me out of there. I come back to here. Defended by the pawn. Still tripling up on this. Follow through is what? Taking? Neither of us is castled. But this threat, this diagonal threat is real, so he might castle this side to get out of that. Does not, which would lead to say, fuck you. I've got to counter this threat by coming here, then he takes my pawn. I'm going to calmly slide here. It's clunky though. Still getting used to this interface. Oh God, what am I? So it's forking. I'm forking these two, and I'm also attacking here. So I don't know how he gets out of any of this shit. This is relatively safe. I have boom, boom, tuck away, hide away. So that was a nice tempo move by me to not push this pawn because that would have led to that. Then I had to deal with this threat. Leads to me going here, leads to him going here. And that game's over. It's quit. Yes, quit. It's now 2-2. Uncle Devin making a comeback and give him the black opening again. We auto move to here, that's check. Slide over to here, threat R here and there. Use this at home as the Tracy opening. Horsey Poop comes out. He's learned his lesson. He wants to bring Horsey Poop there, but he does not. Now the double threat is there. The pawn was already hanging. I could have taken it with the queen. It chose not to. He pushes here. Slide over is here. That's a rage take there. Take back is here, threatening the corner. You understand. We pin the queen there. And then we do the exact same fucking move on him. Exact same fucking move. He cannot take. The queen is under attack. He cannot take here because of that pin. Threat is here for the fork. Now he does the right move. I slide to here though. That's checky boo. Checky boom. Blockades there. That's nice. I like that. Do like it. Okay. What do I do? Take there. Then I get this piece. Oh, yes. I get this piece here to defend that because that would have been queen. Bye-bye. Gotta watch out for that. Right? A lot of times you get just focus on offense. He has to castle this side so that let's get rid of that horse because that horse is threatening this shit. But it's all defended right now. Come here. I might have ideas that don't go in there. Yeah. I have some crazy ideas right now. I'm going there. He can't take because of the pin. Oh, but what a man is a fuck man child. Taking. Okay, we slide to here. Threat is here. He could either come here or push the pawn. If you push the pawn, I nestle in here. It's actually a fork attack. Pawns are up. I'd rather go here. Working these two. Got my castle on open file. It's queen. He's thinking about it. I could get this third victory. Tight. God, what a tight. Oh, God. Do it. Give me some soundtrack. Play. Checking back in. 85th minute. Peruvians. Pushed. Taking here. Follow up take is here. Take. 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 Kind of like it. Kind of like it, but I kind of don't. I'm going for it anyway. I don't know if I get compensation for it, but take takes there. Oh, he took there first. I come here. That's with tempo. That's mate. If he doesn't do anything, he's got to evacuate the. I can still get checky boom, and then oh, what? Oh, nice. He's gonna tuck in there. Sausage fucker. Okay. Throw the check in anyway. And then slide to here, slide over here, just like old school gangster. Nah, we'll just push. Slides to here. Oh, comes out. Okay. Giving his queen out. His king an out, sorry. Winning time. Pressure coming. Wants to take there. I can't take back. Can. Threat is there for mate. Okay. I see what he did. It's brilliant. Watching here. Oh, he can't take that. Cannot take it. Nice check. Check. Just got out of 30 seconds. I take. Take back. See. Ew. Push do. Another push. Oh. Going with that dude. Oh, he's going for my call. It's like, what? Okay. Got seconds remaining to hold down the fort. It's not doing that job. Taking here. Pushing. 23 seconds. Everything falling apart. Rapidly falling apart. Ending. That's weird and retarded. Check. Defending here. Taking here. Sliding here. No. Taking here. Threatening there. Threat is here. Threats on the table. It's a nice check, a nice little last minute check. It was tight. I mean, so that's how it's done. Lose 2 in a row, then you storm back.
White.
How about the fact that the very same state that sentenced Crystal Mason to 5 years for voting illegally...
White judge. Oh, a white judge? You got that from The Root? Not the New York Times. Not the New York Times. The Root. Is that your news source? Okay. White judge sentenced to probation for election fraud in same county where, okay. Right. So election fraud, yeah. So it's a different charge, different situation, different facts. But what? Oh, let's take a guess here. Was that white? Oh, let's take a guess here. Was that white judge a convicted felon? A convicted felon judge? A convicted judge? A convicted felon on probation? Because if he were, that might. Oh no, sorry. Same state. Okay, so that's a variable that we can just eliminate because it's Texas, right? It's not Iowa versus Texas, which is different. And so why the fuck would you compare those two things? If that white judge did the same exact crime and was a felon on parole, then you might have a case. That is not what happened. You have no fucking case. Please exit our country and head directly to Scotland. Do not pass go and do not collect $200 or euros or pounds.
Okie doke. France 16.
But that's not the same, right?
Oh, Francis, I just explained why. It's
sentenced a sitting judge to probation after he was found guilty of tampering with voter ballots. But that's not the same, right? Because, I mean, let's just...
Because it's not the same crime, and he wasn't a repeat offender or a felon on parole. That's why, Francis. Ooh, God, that's an awkward silence, isn't it?
Shit, I spelled it wrong. France 17.
Just look at Crystal's case from a purely logical standpoint. If you've just gotten out of jail and
if you just send $10, you can help a starving child. You can help us. Oh, if you just, if you just send $10 a month, you can help little Oza. You can help little. You can help little baby Ngoka, who is sick with malaria. He lives in Kenya. Think of it, 5 years. Tamir Rice was 12 years old. You remember being 12 years old and waving your gun at a cop? No, I don't.
I mean, come on. And we're fully aware of the laws on voter restrictions. Why would you willfully cast a vote? I mean, come on, people. But Crystal's confusion reflects another broader issue on voter laws. Over 6 million Americans cannot vote because of parole restrictions.
Oh God, what the fuck is this pivot about? Oh my God. And so every state has different laws when it comes to letting people who are, when it comes to letting convicted, when it comes to letting laws, when it comes to letting convicted felons vote. It's, I mean, who cares about this? Francis, stick to the point. Whites are racist, fuck whites.
Peruvians are running out of time. That's one thing we have to consider. In the 85th minute, we go to the 90th, we get plus 4 minutes, and it's getting desperate now.
Voting rights for those who have served time vary depending on the state. Like Vermont, it allows murderers who have been released to vote, while citizens of Mississippi who commit perjury are barred from ever voting again. Listen, it's easy. If you're willing to open your eyes to the racial disparity, this is cut and dry.
Oh yeah, well, there's hardly any murderers in Vermont because it's a white state. So, there's a fact.
Just called that France 200. Like I'm an asshole.
A black woman is crucified for making a mistake she never knew was illegal, while a white woman and a white man are given a slap on the wrist for willfully committing the same act of fraud. And
I mean, how can you cherry pick to this degree and not laugh at yourself?
Oh, great, Francis. Why don't you go to Mississippi and run for local office and try to change that law? A law that applies to whites and blacks alike. But yeah, great point.
That's France 21.
White woman act of fraud. And unless we can get Kim K fraud, fully committing the same act, and a slap on the wrist for, or given a slap on a woman and a white man, while a white woman and a white man are given a slap on the wrist for willfully committing the same act of fraud. And unless we can get Kim K
What a fucking asshole.
on this
Here's he's going to finish strong here.
And unless we can get Kim K on this case, Crystal, like countless others in America, will remain anchored to the prison system. We have to do better. Follow me on Instagram at...
They're going to remain anchored to the prison system. If only they could not commit crimes. That would be...
Just incredibly asinine. Now, let me explain to you what's happening in that little pea-sized rodent's brain. Here's what's happening. He wants to be special, he wants to be virtuous, he wants to be a hero. Heroes need enemies, heroes need a cause. There is not a single hero story.
Let's set this to some music, huh? I mean, let's edit this to some music. What if we did inspiring? Oh. Oh. Isn't it inspiring? Let's try it.
Need a cause. There is not a single hero story where the hero overcame zero adversity and faced no challenges. And faced no challenges. No villain. No evil. No obstacles. He needs those things so that he can pretend he's great. And he's great. Now, you and I both know he is not great. He is a pile of feces. With freckles. And here's the issue. And this is the core of the issue. And this is the core of the issue. These people cannot just be awesome in a vacuum. Do you understand? They cannot just come out there and be like, here's a new friggin' solo I came up with for my violin, and it's about to fucking blow your mind. Here, check it. Okay, they can't do that, all right? So what they need to do is distance themselves from bad guys. And the worse the bad guy is, the greater the distance between you and the bad guy. Because you're going to condemn that bad guy. So let's say you want to say, I'm awesome. Why? Because I'm against racism. Okay. Cool. I'm not that impressed, but like, what do you mean? Well, there was a guy who said something racially insensitive by accident. And I condemned him for it. And you think that makes you awesome?
That's nice.
See, that's a...
That was in Mission Impossible? Sounds more like Gladiator.
See, that's a case where it's a mild offense. It's not really a good villain. Like a guy accidentally said something insensitive. No. How about this? Why don't you hype it up to a degree where you say, there are Nazis out there. They're violent Nazis. You want to see a thumbnail from a recent Young Turk video? From another fucking ass clown, Hassan Piker. This guy's dickhead brother in arms. The thumbnail on that video says violent Nazis. How desperate can they be to concoct enemies? Now, obviously they're not violent Nazis. It was a complete lie. It's like mildly identitarian white guys running for office and probably won't win. But that's no fun, saying, hey, I'm against this conservative white guy who has some questionable beliefs. No, ramp it up. Let's call him a violent Nazi. Don't be against a guy who said something racially insensitive. Be against a racist. Ooh, that's pretty definitive, isn't it? Fuck. Be against slavery. Be against slavery. Yeah, talk about slavery. That's freaking hardcore. Slavery? Damn. Well, nobody's partaking in slavery anymore, and everybody's against it. Okay, well, who cares? Okay, who cares? Well, fuck it, who cares? Talk about it anyway. Well, fuck it, who cares? Talk about it anyway. Don't let that stop you. So you understand, it's a subjective thing. Let's say we're all starting at zero. Let's say we're all starting at zero. And they're trying to thrust themselves into the spotlight. They're trying to say, look at me, join my Instagram, aren't I fucking incredible? They're trying to be all up there. And they look around them and they see just average people. They see people hovering around zero. But they're like, I want to be at plus 100. Well, here's the thing. I'm not really plus 100. I'm kind of at like maybe plus 5. I'll give myself 5. I'm like 5 degrees of virtue above the average dude. I'm super empathetic. I care. I really, I went to Africa. I took pictures with black kids. I'm one of those. So instead of me just being super awesome and like starting charities and doing actual shit, I don't have to be plus 100. I can be plus 5. I just have to find a dude who's minus 105. You understand? That is their strategy. Invent situations, pretend like America is fucking racist, and ramp that up. The further you can push that down, the further you can push their score up. The further you can push their score down, be like, this dude is evil to the fucking 10th degree. This dude is fucking down, be like, this dude, he's rocking a minus. This dude is fucking evil to the nth degree. He's rocking a minus 200 evil. And wow, that makes my plus 5 look. I mean, look at the difference. Imagine the horse Secretariat. Y'all remember Secretariat? Of course you do. It's a famous horse. Now, there's a lot of horse races, right? Why is Secretariat famous? Why? Is it that he won a race? No. It's that he won a race by something like 19 lengths. He smoked those other nags. Sent them directly to the glue factory. And it was the distance in between him and the second place horse that made that situation so noteworthy. That's what they're going for. They're not looking for a photo finish. They're not looking to stick their little horse snout across the finish line. across the finish line ahead of the next average dude. No, they want fame. They want fame and glory, and their method of doing it, after recognizing their profound mediocrity, is to invent villains and then condemn them. Francis, you are not Secretariat, you are a donkey. Incapable of reproducing. You are a pack mule. I would like to ride you down the trail that leads into Death Valley, farting on the small of your back the entire way. Okay. It's late, and I'm going to go to bed. Francis, you suck. Bye.
There we go. Soothing music in the background. Music that would... Hold on, did they win? And it's gone final. It's off the board. Give me news. Give me stats. What? The fuck? Give me something. News? Come on. Terrible. Table? Denmark. 3 points. Okay, let's analyze this. Let's go group by group. Russia, okay. Egypt and Saudi Arabia are gonna do battle. -5, they got smoked. Last Samurai. That's a white guy goes into a ethnic culture and out-ethnics them. It's a typical story. Russia and Uruguay atop the leaderboard. Well, that's going to change. I mean, Egypt is favored, but defensive Salah comes back and plays. But Egypt could easily beat Russia and Saudi Arabia. Although Russia could take that crowd momentum and positive vibes, make it through. Uruguay's going. Cavani playing great. Iran, Portugal. Beautiful game. Portugal and Spain. Both these guys are a favorite to go. Iran got a garbage goal late. Beat Morocco. They have no chance. Portugal and Spain all the way. France, they looked mediocre today. They got a bullshit goal. Both their goals are bullshit. Penalty. Denmark, didn't see them, but got a bunch of blacks on their team, which I'm still rattled by. Australia, they did not play well, didn't have any offensive threats, very few shots on goal. Peru, they could sneak in, but I mean, France and Denmark are already established, top of the leaderboard there. I would suspect that both. Argentina played well today, got the tie. Messi couldn't quite connect. They were triple team. A lot of pressure on them. Iceland played strong. Iceland, there's no joke. Croatia and Nigeria, they're both solid teams too, I imagine. Brazil, favored to win the whole thing. But Switzerland, should handle them. And second place, I honestly don't. Costa Rica's got a good keeper, but Serbia may get lucky. Set piece. Germany, I don't know who's second place. Sweden is too small. Mexico would have. I would imagine. But South Korea is sneaky, though. Skilled, coordinated. Belgium, big favorite. England, oh my god. Don't make it through here. Ban themselves from all international competition. You have to beat Panama. I bet you Panama's no joke. No idea. I say Poland. I say Colombia. I say Bill. Now, check on the Twitter. 76. Rosenbar. What? Jared Taylor? Okay, let's watch Jared Taylor talk about Roseanne. Seems
Hello, I'm Jared Taylor with.
Look at him. Looks like he's in some It looks like a public access TV studio. Just set up this cheesy ass desk. It looks like an old set from the Young Turks.
For the American Renaissance.
American Renaissance.
On Tuesday, Roseanne Barr
Was what?
became the latest victim of the leftist mob.
I mean, he does come across as a guy who would peel back his collared shirt and he'd have a dusty old swastika on his tit.
She tweeted about Valerie Jarrett, a black woman who was an advisor to Barack Obama, as follows. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby.
There's that Roseanne. Yeah, it really just shows that people getting unjustly offended by this shows you that people are sensitive. And it's actually racist to be offended by this. Think of that. That's the crystallized version of that controversy. The racist part of this whole episode is people who are offended on behalf of blacks for an insult about a woman looking like an ape. Okay. I mean, it's like, okay, imagine somebody says, Dave Rubin, he's such a fucking weasel. And I go, oh my God, that person is such an anti-Semite. You know what they said? They said Dave Rubin was a weasel. I mean, he's Jewish. And they called him a weasel. He's straight up, like he is of the family Rodentia. He's Jewy. I mean, we all know that Jews are kind of rats, right? I mean, the offense says it all. If you're not offended, if you're like, Dave Rubin's a weasel, oh, okay, cool. Then you think Dave Rubin has characteristics that are weaselly. Great. That's the end of the story. If you then just extrapolate and go, oh, you're saying that Jews are like weasels, and oh, that is such a powerful and honest statement, and there's so much truth. It's so offensive. I mean, why would you be offended by something that wasn't true? If somebody called me, Devin, you are a terrible pink dinosaur. You're the worst pink dinosaur ever, Devin. How absurd would it be for me to be offended by that? I'm not a pink dinosaur. I'm not a terrible one. I'm not a good one. It's just a totally irrelevant comment. The only way you would be offended is if you felt it was true. And the people that feel it is true are the people that are, what's the word? Vicarious offense? Like, they're not black. Like 99% of the people that are offended by this are not black. They just think that black people should be offended at a Planet of the Apes reference.
Valerie Jarrett. ABC immediately canceled her program, even though it was easily their most profitable. Miss Barr's agent dropped her.
I mean, doesn't it look like it's like, let's see. Shut your shit off here. Let's give Google something to. I'm going to go swastika. What's this? Copy. Bring it in. I'm going to paste. We want to increase the size. There it is. You want to invert that. Oh, sick. Then you're going to go multiply. No, screen, my bad. And then you're going to copy and drag one over here. Oh. Then just to clean it up, you're going to like this. And then take some of this. Just drag it. Oh. It's weird. I don't know what I'm. Hey guys. Hello. Amy and Chill is here. If any of you guys are spurging out and you want to talk to our chick and get exploited by a whore, then go talk to Amy. She's a condescending bitch. She's passive aggressive. I will field your interactions. Let's go. Serious question. Who sees swastika and feels drawn to it? Yeah, there's power in it. But drawn to it, no. But you recognize the historical significance of it. It's a symbol that, I saw it walking around Korea. They got the swastikas everywhere. I don't know what the social significance is, but it's not meant in the same way. But look at that face. It looks like Minnie Mouse ears. Went to Disneyland. He goes to a different kind of Disneyland. Hey, Art with Chrissy. How's it going? New Dumbo remake is looking a bit sketchy. Oh, yeah, let's go some trailers. We're that up right quick. Tim Burton did Dumbo. Yeah, should we watch that? Okay, I've heard something about it. Girlfriend mentioned it. Let's check. Dumbo trailer 2019. Give me a teaser. Okay. Let's go on with the. Is this SJW'd out? Let me guess. Dumbo's cast as a woman. Fucking women. First Ghostbusters and now this. The Simpsons. Baby. I like that. Okay. I like the sheen. I like this little flourish here, that little design flourish. I like the font. It's sort of flexed out. It's not straight. It's not uniform. It's got a little character to it. From Disney. Is this their new logo for 2019? It's beautiful. It's 3D, beautiful light aqua blue sheen on it. Very sleekly designed here. Don't you cry. Photorealistic, wow. So it's like the Jungle Book, but they just did the same treatment, but on Dumbo. Baby. And the imagination of Tim Burton. Come on. What imagination? He's using a story that's already been done, unless they've recreated it. Look at that. Oh my God. The Irish dude. Does he have one arm? Is he nubbed out right there? What's up with this girl's forehead?
We're all family here, no matter how small.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack. That looks like an Asian eye. It's for the anime dudes. Are they going to sell plushie Dumbos? Does it have every orifice? Place your head close to my heart. Never to part. Baby of mine. Circus animal sort of has an ET vibe to it, like this young girl vibing with this disgusting creature. Elephants are beautiful. We'll take you to new heights. I like the playing around with light. So you see that the gleam is right here. So the light is extra here. It sort of slowly fades out over here. It's a nice little vignette effect. Who's that? Michael Keaton? Wow. Look at that hairpiece. Beautiful.
Here, Dumbo. Show him.
Danny DeVito. What's his name? Sean? Nice, just a little glimmer of the flying. Dumbo, so they took a classic design. This was probably a design from the old, original, whatever, cartoon or comic or animated thing with this font. It's a very particular font. That's a custom font. I like the color. Interesting juxtaposition with the red Disney Dumbo, but I like the white. Just the playing around, just the slightly, it sends a different tone. And you see the light coming from this background, sort of light, almost like the circus is below, big top. It's sort of centralized light. But I like that it sets a mood, this vibe here. Nice. It's classic. It's a classic design. And by the way, Incredibles 2, incredible. That's just a great film. I would watch it again immediately. Incredibles 2, so satisfying on so many levels. They should just teach classes. Just get a degree in Pixar and just study Pixar movies, because those dudes put in so much work. every time out, they put in more human skill and energy and effort than what the Egyptians did to build the pyramids. Nice. I even like this font. They used it. We get it. Kruger. Freddy Krueger? Oh, very good. What were we doing? We're doing another trailer. Upcoming enemies. Oh, what about I've been hearing Terry. This is freaky, man. Already. That's a crazy sound. See, I like that sound. I'm gonna use that in my Francis video. France. It's a beautiful sound. Okay. Sargon?
To do is add efficiency. I do think, though, in order for certain groups to gain any kind of resemblance to equal playing field of power, they have to move their people in a certain specific way. It's just a chess game, Carl. It's just a game.
Okay.
It's a game, and it's a bunch of people.
Let's.
A chess game is blacks versus whites. Is that what did you mean that to be the? And somebody just mentioned chess, and in honor of that, I will play a game of chess against your will. I recognize that openly. Set it to music. Not that song. Not that one either. This one. And the game is upon us. Game is upon us. We're taking on 1964. I'm back up to 1961. Let's go. After my come from behind victory. King Keto on the king side. Let's go. Analyze. Compute. Pin that bitch. Okay. Castle. Push it. Oh fuck. Slide up here. Slice. Take. I don't like it. I don't like castles. Deep under the surface, burning like a furnace. We're gonna do Deeper and you'll see I'm gonna answer some questions. Code Monsieur, defend me that. That's a pin. Danger in me. Attack. He hides there, we push. Can't go there. Oh my god. I've given up my queen again. Push. Lock it down, man. Nasty. God damn it. These guys don't let you fucking breathe, do they? I hide here. He slides in. For what? Chaos on the order. I can't take it? Oh, it's check. See? I don't know it's check because I don't hear a goddamn sound. Taking. Take. Oh. Danger in me. All the voices like a choir singing. Let me out. Slide to here. Let me out. All the voices like a choir singing. Slide it. Let me out. Checking. Maggot. The danger in me. Chaos in my order. Sharks under the water. Linger underneath the parts that I keep deep under the surface. Push. Burning like a furnace. Dig deeper and you'll see I got a danger in me. Pressure. Taking pressure. Where it comes here. Oh, ignore? Oh, he likes his 2 pawns. He loves those 2 pawns, doesn't he? God, does he love those pawns. That's sick how much he loves those pawns. Never seen a guy that pawn so much. Oh, I gotta take. Taking, checking. Checking, no. Pushing, no. Taking. It's nice. Checking.
Damn, I hate to go psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Homo for clubs and all the balls. Oh, I hate to go psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Homo for clubs and all the balls. Oh, I hate to go psycho.
Right. Let's try again. Black opening is denied. No push. I'll take that, cutting off his access to his bishop. Looking to nestle in here. Taking that nestle. Wants to eradicate the nestle, he will take. I will take back here. I will eradicate that immediately. I don't like this. What has become of me? Taking. Castle. Looking to take there. Oh, he's looking to nestle. I will avoid that. This is nasty. Bush. Taking. Wants to nestle in there. God damn it. Look at that nestle. Yeah, castle. Oh. Lift it up. Lift that rook. He's looking to take. We'll push here. We'll take with we'll take here. This piece is worthless. Take there. Slide to here. Taking. Everybody's coming. Ugh, fuck him. Am I right or am I right? Okay, fuck you. It's a close game. I can't do anything. Fuck you. He's got all sorts of forks, doesn't he? Yeah. He's got this right there. And this fork. Bush. That's gay. That's gay too. Is it gay? Go on with it. It's got this fork. Does he have it now? Here he comes. This goddamn fork. About to get forked here. Unreal. This guy's doing nothing. Been doing nothing all game. All game. 0. Look at me. I'm gonna have to back his ass out. Look at this. Taking checks. Okay. Here it comes. Forcing. Painful. Stulted game. Got nothing happening. 0.0 things happening. It's just gonna find a fork and be done with me. Should be a draw, but it's targeting. Pushing? No. This is only move. It's his only move. Oh god. I can run for it. Seconds. Lovely. Check. There it is. No counterplay. How does he defend that? He can't, but how do I defend that? I can't. Just take it. I'll just take it. Take it. Fucking hell. Okay. This isn't right. Sense fear in him.
If I show I'm fragile, would you go ahead and find somebody else? And if I act too tough, know that I care about you. I'm honest, no offense.
Not losing this on time.
No, I could never fake it.
Let's go.
Like players always playing.
Taking.
Arrest me if I hurt you. But no apologies for being me. I just wanna be pure.
Stack and rack on
you
that
know
file.
I'm terrible at putting up a show.
Nessel's there.
That's what you wanted me for.
Stack and rack.
So I get pissed off when you ask me to be more.
He wants to avoid that Nessel.
I just wanna be raw.
Okay. I'm ready to jump in there anyway. Take if you got it.
I just wanna be raw. Keeping up appearances, but sometimes all we need's a little break.
We will take there.
Regret the stupid shit I say. I hope that you'll forgive me any day.
What's this?
No, I could never fake it. Like players always playing.
How does one defend that? This?
Arrest me if I hurt you.
Steve.
But no apologies for being me. I just wanna be pure. You know I'm terrible at putting up a show. Oh, that's what you wanted me for. So I get pissed off when you ask me to be more. Oh, but no apologies for being me. I just wanna be pure. You know I'm terrible at putting up a show. Oh, that's what you wanted me for. So I get pissed off when you ask me to be more.
What's he gonna do now? You see the threats. That's the threat there. Might slide there. He slides there. But he's there, but it's defended by the queen.
I just wanna be
Yeah, it's defended by the queen.
How could you say this every time? This is the new world, you told me lightly. Oh, and how could it end? Let it fall in my lifetime. I don't really like that. I don't really like that.
I'll be tempted to take.
And how can you paint all the colors of my life? And I don't really like that. No, I don't really like that. Waking up in the morning, I can't remember
Takes.
yesterday with you.
No, I'm not. Got this. Let's hear it.
Stare myself in the silence. Who knows if I'll even remember you?
Oh.
Waking up in the morning, I can't remember yesterday with you. Stare myself in the silence. Who knows if I'll even remember you? Is there a place to get away
Negatory.
where I can be myself for better or for
Comes here, but so.
I know there's a place, a secret getaway where I can be myself, where I can be myself.
Push is here.
Oh, and how could it let it fall in my lifetime?
Push up here. Lock him up.
I don't really like that. I don't really like that. And how can you paint all the colors of my life? And I don't really like that. No, I don't really like that. Waking up in the morning, I can't remember yesterday with you. Stare myself in the silence. Who knows if I'll even remember you? Waking up in the morning, I can't remember yesterday.
Okay, let's see what these yahoos are talking about.
The Lord Jesus Christ can.
Quite frustrated that the God question isn't solved yet, despite all the solid science, I'd guess, debunking a lot of religious assumptions. But people are clever. As soon as their holy scriptures are debunked, they'll just believe in another God, which is totally different from the one in Bible, Quran, etc., etc. And if it's not God, it must be different greater force, spirit, or being, which provides objectivity and meaning. This trait is very, very human. We are deeply religious species. Yeah, but what does that mean? We're a deeply stupid species. We're deeply ignorant, deeply violent. We're deeply primitive. We're trying not to be these things. Not everything can be known, thus a lot of things have to be believed. What does that mean? That's garbage. Not everything which can be known provides meaning. Not everything which can be known provides meaning. Actually, nothing does except humanity. So meaning is projected onto an entity which reflects it and objectifies it. I wouldn't say that this is everything which could be said about religion and religiosity, but it's one thing that I came across thinking about it. It's not really much of a thought, is it? It's like, hey, religion is a thing, and people... Main point is that religion is false and is not needed and is damaging divisive and insulting to our species. So I'm not convinced by that. Now, where's Hereditary? Oh, here we go. Dollhouse, already a little bit freaky.
Come on, Peter. Let's just do it.
Okay. Dealing with death, which is what we're talking about. The whole necessity for religion, death.
It's heartening to see so many strange new faces here today.
And she's got a grim vibe to her. She kind of has a Carrie's mom sort of vibe.
I know my mom would be very touched and probably a little suspicious.
And as, well, this girl's got fucking sketchy written all over her. Gabriel Byrne sort of looks like the Grim Reaper.
Suspicious. My mother was a very secretive and private woman. It's Grandma. You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you.
She wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you. And then they got to breastfeeding. Grandma's breastfeeding the baby. Wow. Already disturbing. These sounds, these clicks and pops, they're very ASMR. They're really playing with our here.
She was a very difficult woman, which maybe explains me.
I recognize you from your mother.
What? Sometimes I swear I can feel them in the room.
Ooh, that's a scary shot. A woman standing, the light of the hallway coming in. Open door, not entering. Standing there. Legs spread. See-through nightgown. It's frightening. It's a frightening profile. Small girl. Her face is unfortunate. Not classically beautiful. Yeah, troubling.
Oh my God! What's that?
She isn't gone.
She had private rituals, private friends.
Who's gonna take care of me?
You don't think I'm gonna take care of you?
But when you die.
That's the mom from About a Boy. She's a British accent. She's putting on
And she wasn't altogether there.
Yeah, this trailer gets more and more freaky.
At the end.
Ooh, that's freaky.
Mom?
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Peter! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
That's frightening right there. It's just I am your that.
I am your mother!
What is going on?
I am your mother! Mom, what's happening? Make it stop! Make it stop!
Oh my God.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Oh shit. Look at this. We got ants. We got a variety of problems here. We got people setting themselves on fire. What is that? It's not even a special effect. They just lit a dude on fire from the fireplace. Very spacious room though. High ceilings. So hardwood floor. Don't mind the burn mark. Yeah, she has the vibe of the girl from The Shining. You know, she's not trying to be glamorous or beautiful. She's an older woman. She's doing close-ups on the big screen.
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
So my instinct is that the grandmother morphed into the granddaughter? Some sort of consciousness transfer? Or at least demonic spirit transfer? That would seem to make sense to me. New trailers? Is it not? 6 days ago. 44 minutes. Ready, steady, go. Paramount Pictures.
Let me tell you something.
No idea what this is. Yes, I would. Oh God, it's Transformers. That's the new fucking. What's her name? What's that chick's name? Is that Megan? Megan Fox.
I drive it on my car.
Oh, that's the kid from that Coen brother film.
Car pick.
She did that Western.
Drive. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
It's a nice place. Was that San Francisco in the background?
It's a mystical bond between man.
Is this a car racing movie? Like Herbie? Didn't Lindsay Lohan do it?
And machine.
Gotta be Transformers. Oh. What's going on with this? I'll tell you if I'm interested or not. No. Retarded. How did they milk this franchise into being something? Why? They put in some teenage hero or heroine, and they have this ridiculous intergalactic alien cars to transform into robots, and they give them stupid voices of like racial stereotypes of Americans. It's just it doesn't make any sense at all.
Who are you? Do you speak? I won't hurt you.
She's a cutter.
What's your name?
What is that? That is some fucking sexual. Hold on. What is this? That looks like a scene from Shape of Water. Is she having sex with the robot? Is this a love story? Why would you be caressing the face of this thing? Oh, so stupid. See how these little graphics are not as compelling because there's no movement in that flare. It's dead, and it's also doesn't make sense. So see how the text is above that flare? It's sitting above it. That's not how light works. It can't be sitting above it there, but then the flare's over it here. What does the light just bend? Bends up. It's on top of the B, and then it goes under the E. None of that makes sense. And this fade is something out of like Photoshop from like 1980. Yellow to orange. It's awesome. It's like this. So standard. So not like the Pixar guys or the Disney guys that we saw for the Dumbo stuff is like 1,000 times better than this. Also, notice there's nothing happening. It's just black on pure black. And so the only thing we're looking at is this. Okay, it's fading back. Oh my God, what's that? John Cena? God, nice neck, bro. Is that Scream? Is that the Decepticons?
You got people out there who need you.
Get it. You found a smoking hot 16-year-old and you're just cock tease us with her in a P-13 stupid CGI packed whatever.
You got people out there who need you. This is why you're here, B.
Oh my God, Bumblebee? This is a fucking, oh my God, it's a spin-off for this one character. Oh my God. Like they've given us from yellow to blue. It looks like a logo for a roller derby. Awful.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling. Try this.
God, Do you know how non-existent this woman was when that song came out? She was like 20 years prior to being. Gross. Terrible.
What is that? That?
Is that Nicole Kidman? Or is that Amy Adams?
Is London.
60 minutes is all it took to bring humanity to the very brink of extinction.
Not heard this at all.
Mankind mobilized. A new age
That is the guy from, is that Mr. Smith from the
arose. The age of the great predator cities. So
Predator cities? Are you? Come on, this is a stretch.
survival of the fastest.
Filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Well, yeah, that actor from The Matrix is also from the. So, welcome to London. Start your new life. Greatest traction city. That's the concept to start a movie, build a movie. Why is it a white family? Why do they have an Asian baby? Why do they have glasses in the future? That guy didn't get LASIK. Is that Amy Adams? It's too young for Nicole. It's Amy Adams, right?
Hey!
That's our romantic lead.
Watch out!
Valentine.
That's probably a no name.
This is for my mother.
It's got to be a no name. Yeah, that's not an actress that I know. Fortunate Scar. She's probably only going to play parts with scars in them. That's my prediction. Devin, the scar is prosthetic. It's not actually a.
Stop her!
This looks like an expensive hot mess. They spent a lot of money on this, a lot of CGI and set design. What for? There's no market. This is not a franchise.
Ask him why he murdered my mother.
I mean, once again, they find a hot young girl. See,
Ask him why he...
They all capitalize on that young love sort of thing. It's all sort of softcore porn. You know, why is she so attractive? It's stunningly pretty girl with eyes, and you could try to scar up her face all you want. It's going to take a lot more scars than that to stop me.
He murdered my mother.
That looks like the pit that Boba Fett went into.
Ask him why he murdered my mother.
I'm sorry you had to head out.
This is Sparta.
As to Shaw, she won't stop until I'm
So he's a bad guy in every movie he does.
dead.
Unless you kill her first.
Roseanne.
I want them found.
So it's like this young market. Are young people really that? Is the family dollar the only dollar to be had in film in today's economy? Because I guess like the tweens will all want to see that, and I'll pretend I'm this young person who's in this futuristic world and rise up and take over it. I guess that's kind of what Star Wars was, huh? But you see it so often. That's a cool ship.
Get on!
Yeah, it's well designed. I mean, who is this, Luc Besson?
I've been looking for you for a long time. Your mother, she said she had found something dangerous. She was afraid of Valentine, of what he might do.
The man who controls this, controls the world.
She said that you could stop him.
Andrew Jackson, really? Put in all this effort. Now that's what he was put into.
This weapon can wipe out the largest city in the blink of an eye.
Not if we shut it down.
This trailer is guilty of showing you the entire movie. They're so not confident with this. I mean, they're shooting their load because they know nobody knows what the hell this is. It's not a remake. It's not a, adaptation of a novel.
Nothing can stand in the face of this.
We have to stop London before it destroys us.
We have to stop London. We have to stop the Muslims from invading London.
You sure you want to do this? Once we go in.
So look, I mean, it's the guy and the girl. At first, they didn't like each other, but now they're getting along and they're adventure and they're all in love, and it's going to end with a kiss. A kiss. One. That's all we're getting.
There's no going back.
It'd be great if you just totally rimmed her scars, just licked them up and down.
I have to.
Okay, it's called Mortal Engines. That's the name. Mortal Engines. Not Traction City. Not Scarface McGee. Cities. How to Train Your Dragon.
There were dragons.
It's like Sony animation, isn't it?
When I was a boy. Where they went, only a few know. Our story changed the
like Jake Gyllenhaal?
World forever.
It's DreamWorks. Okay. Is that a new logo? What's going on with the DreamWorks logo? How was that a crescent moon within a moon?
We did it! The world's first dragon Viking utopia.
Your utopia, maybe. Mine's less crowded and more... sanitary.
The Vikings... Why are they Scottish?
Hey, bud, wait up! Oh my God, he's not the only one.
She's a light fury.
Sister.
Oh, sorry.
Did she just disappear? Wow.
It's a hidden dragon world. Toothless, go introduce yourself.
Found my heart, broke it, made friends and lost them through the years.
Toothless has a girlfriend.
I've hunted every Night Fury except yours. Hand him over.
I will never give him up.
Then I will destroy everything you love.
We are no longer safe here. We all have to disappear, completely off the map. We have to fight for their freedom. Come on, bud!
You're nothing without your dragon.
Attack! Show them what you got, bud.
I hate that music that they have in the background. It's a real stretch. Is this the third one? I don't know. I was never in the series, and it's very childish.
Save him. It's you and me, bud. Always.
Looks very formulaic and just old, tired. Go see The Incredibles 2.
Miles! Yeah? Gotta go!
If you want me to drive you, we gotta go now.
No, Dad, I'll walk.
Personal chauffeur going on.
It's a different animation style. What's it?
It's okay.
A black animated film. Interesting stylized animation. I like it.
Seriously, Dad, walking would have.
Okay, it's science fiction. Black Dad. He's a cop. Oh God. Nice mustache though. So it's like, Dad, don't drop me off at school. Cop car. People are gonna.
Been fine.
Breaking news: Spider-Man saves the day again.
Spider-Man. This guy swings in once a.
This is a Marvel movie. So is there a young black superhero? I think I might have heard about something like this.
Day zip zap zop Nancy. Accountability.
Speed up. I know these kids.
This is a really cool style though.
Yo, Miles, man, you get arrested?
Gosh, don't cops run red lights?
Well, yes, some do. But, not your dad.
In
Nice cityscape.
your universe, There's only one Spider-Man. But there is another universe. It looks...
It's a very cool style. I wonder who made this. I mean, can this be one of the major studios? They take a risk and break formula so much. It's really cool. I don't even know how they did this, but it takes a lot of time. Like Blade Runner.
It sounds like yours.
Beautiful. Do you see that? See that subway?
In your universe, there's only one Spider-Man.
That was cool too. Little
ocean. But there is another universe. It sounds like...
Look at this. Look at the wind as on this hoodie right here.
Yours.
Oh.
But it's not.
Beautiful. Colorful.
My name's Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Oh yeah, it's super.
Hey kid. You're like me.
How?
I knew my day would come.
Sony Pictures. Okay. Yeah.
Around.
Especially with Marvel. I don't like that graphic there. Marvel has a great logo and they just totally butchered it.
I know it's complicated.
I like this though. I'm a normal kid, so it's like a graphic novel come to life. I like that. Playing with the rules of comic book subculture, kind of like a Scott Pilgrim. Black superheroes, you know, Luke Cage is coming back in a couple days. Season 2.
You want to know what happened to you? I can teach you to be Spider-Man. I love this burger. It's so delicious. One of the best burgers I've ever had. You have money, right? I'm not very liquid right now.
I think you're gonna be a bad teacher. How am I supposed to save the whole world?
So wait, it's Black Spider-Man? How is Sony... And Marvel has deals with... Did Sony do all the Marvel? No, did the Spider-Man movies? Was that all Sony?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person. One thing I know for sure, don't do it like me. Do it like you.
Brooklyn! Stop us now. Hey, I'm all in, I'm all in.
So now we cut into a hip-hop song and Spider-Man is black and it's like, yay, black people get to take part in superhero movies even though they have the Black Panther and Blade. That's actually a list of like hundreds of black superheroes, but well, they had Storm. What else do they have? What else do they want? What else do they need? I don't know. Can we just keep our white superheroes?
Worry about a loss or a new friend. Never worry about a fraud or a new bitch. Lost love, I ain't worried about
I heard they're making Batman Puerto Rican.
I see the spark in you. It's amazing. Hands up! Whatever you choose to do with it, you'll be great. I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know that.
It's incredible. Seriously. Jaw-dropping. Incredible direction from the top down. Came up with the world and kept it consistent. Backgrounds, the animation sequences of action, jumping around the streets. Really well thought out, frame by frame. A ton of work.
You gotta say I love you back.
Dad, are you serious?
I want to hear it.
You want to hear me say it?
I love you, Dad.
You're dropping me off out of school?
I love you, Dad.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
I literally have never seen an encounter with a African American and his son that was even 1,000th degree like this. Not once in my life. And I've been exposed to many a black. Like, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a teenage black guy with his father? Like, just walking around? Like, when does it happen? Throwing a football? It just doesn't. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's a copy.
Time to swing, just like I taught you.
When did you teach me that?
I didn't. It's a little joke for team building.
Hey, guys.
Okay, who are you?
I'm Gwen Stacy.
Come on. How many more spider people are there?
Save it for Comic-Con.
What's Comic-Con?
Let's go!
So it's kind of like breaking the fourth wall, and they just reinvent franchises all the time. Just get inundated with the same goddamn story. But the alternative is to do traction cities. London's coming to kill the world. I mean, I guess, coming up with new ideas is hard. Trust me. Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph too.
Wake up! Ralph, what is wrong with you?
That's Sarah Silverman? Doesn't sound like her.
Start churning butter and put on your church shoes, little sister, because we're about to blast off!
Ralph, what is it you're trying to say?
Did they? No, that's Silverman. She wouldn't pass up a gig.
We're going to the internet.
What?
Work it, make it, do it. Make sense. Work it harder, make it harder. Do it faster,
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the internet!
Cool. Wow. Look at all this stuff.
This is the most beautiful miracle I've ever seen.
Welcome. And these guys are so polished. Get Ralph.
I've ever seen.
That with a soft glow on them. It's nice. It's interesting. That's 2 movies in a row from Disney with the blue and.
Welcome to the search bar. What can I help you find today? Umbrella, Umbridge, Umami?
No.
Noah's Ark, No Doubt, Nordstrom Rack, Ergonomics, Urban Outfitters, cool.
I'm pretty sure he's just trying to guess what you're gonna say.
My autofill is a touch aggressive today.
Let me try. Take me to a website that's super intense and really nuts.
Live leak.
Oh, I only found one result.
Oh, come on. Princesses and cartoons.
Wow, all the princesses in one. It's incredible. Anybody want to try to name them? All right. Belle. The black one. I never saw that. Is the Princess and the Frog? I never saw that. That is. Is that Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Fawn, the girl from Frozen? That's Rapunzel. Back to that. Ariel, Little Mermaid. That's Pocahontas. That's Jasmine. That's Snow White. This chick. Who are you? I'd have to see her with her pants down to actually be able to. I have a photographic memory of inner and outer labia. But let me think here. It's not It's not Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella. Therefore, that would be Belle. Not. Is that the sister? Is that like the Frozen sisters? That could be probably who it is. All right, so let's look here. Let's look at the themes. Who's a princess? Snow White is not a princess. Correct? Who was she? She's dicking around a forest by herself. She's like a hermit. She was like a MGTOW, but a woman. Was she an incel? I don't know what she was doing. Was she an exchange student? This is a princess. Pocahontas is a princess. Ariel married a prince, so she's, well, hooked up with a prince. So she's whored her way into becoming a princess. Look, she's wearing it. Why isn't she in her fish outfit? Rapunzel is a princess that didn't know it, but was like, oh, you princess. Fawn, is she a princess? No. She had a father who was a warrior, but she saved the empire. She wasn't a princess, though. Yeah. Who was a princess in this one? They're Frozen. The castle. They're princess. Sleeping Beauty feels like that was an obvious princess. Or Cinderella. No, Cinderella fucked a prince. She was just gutter trash, but she fucked a prince. Sleeping Beauty. I feel like, well, Prince hooked up with her, so she was hot enough to get a prince. I don't think she was a princess, but she married her way in. She was a black princess for sure, and Belle married not a prince, but the richest guy in town. Mary. Yeah, my girlfriend's Arisen. She's not a princess either. She married a prince. Hey. Hey. I'm streaming. I think. Results of the games. Which one? As Australia, France got a penalty kick, which was garbage. Yeah, it was kind of a dive. And scored. But no, Australia scored on the penalty kick of their own. Yeah, and then the second half, France scored a goal. It was kind of like a little flip shot. It was random. It happened really fast, and it just barely crossed the line. It went over the keeper's head. It was like a lob kick. It was unsatisfying. It was Pogba got it in, the black guy for France. And then, so they won. They won 2-1. Argentina, Iceland. Messi played well, couldn't quite score though, but they got a beautiful goal. Guy got control of the ball in the box, ran, like dribbled away from the goal, and then turned and just shot screamer into the upper corner. It was crazy. So they go up 1-0, but then Iceland come back within minutes and put one in off a ricochet. Guy has a rebound and he puts it in. Argentina dominated the time of possession. They passed like 4 times as many times as the Iceland. But Iceland played tough defense and they rode it out and got a tie. Yeah. So they tied. Beautiful. Oh yeah. And now I'm going over movie trailers and analyzing Disney princesses. You know, it's what you do. You couldn't be making a cup of tea? Did you make a cup of tea for me? Thank you. All right.
Characters barf.
Hey.
Whoa.
Okay, so Pixar, Marvel, Disney Animation, Star. It's a real Muppet Show. Okay. It's a real ambitious venture, isn't it? So, wait, is Marvel Disney? Because Disney is Disney. So Star Wars was Papa Disney. Muppets are Disney. Pixar is Disney. I guess Marvel is Disney, but then why did Sony just do Marvel? I feel like Marvel is just sleeping around. Look, there's the Up House in the top corner. So I feel like there's been a few movies like this where they try to create this world of pop culture things. I think Adam Sandler did one with like the world of video games, and then there was one Steven Spielberg did it. Ready Player One, where it's like all these pop culture things existing in this same universe like this. They're trying to sort of weirdly capitalize and just group everything on the landscape of life today and just blend it all together. It's unbelievable.
You're coming with us, kid.
Okay, here we go. We're back to the princesses. This is fun. I mean, people are going to eat this shit up. I don't know how they got the legal right to do all this, because they protect these characters like it's just the end of the world. Look, there's Belle reading a book. You know, because she's smart, because Me Too, women empowerment. Who's this chick? That's the friend of Pocahontas? Or is that the Hawaiian chick? Is that Moana? It's Moana, isn't it? There's the Frozen girl, and that's got to be her sister. All right, we're still in the same bind here. Jasmine, just the... Yeah. It's hot.
Hi. Whoa.
A Jewish princess among the other princesses. Nice war stick, Pocahontas. Great design. I like the re-designed. I like that. She's using it as a gun, like Charlie's Angels.
Ladies, I'm a princess too.
What kind of a princess are you?
That's not Pocahontas' voice.
Do you have magic hair?
I love Rapunzel.
No.
Magic hands?
No.
Do animals talk to you?
Did animals talk to her? I thought that was Snow White.
No.
Were you poisoned?
No.
Cursed?
No. Kidnapped?
Yeah, that's great. What an expression. On the cursed.
Slaved?
No.
Were you poisoned?
No.
Cursed?
Look at that. Look at the hand. It's beautiful.
No.
Kidnapped or enslaved?
No.
That's funny. Kidnapped or enslaved.
Cursed?
No.
Kidnapped or enslaved?
They both were.
No. Are you guys okay? should I call the police?
Do people assume all your problems got solved because a big, strong man showed up?
It's funny, they got Mandy Moore to do that voice again.
Yes! What is up with that?
She is a princess!
Ralph breaks the internet.
Shouldn't it be Ralph wrecks the internet?
Yeah, since he is Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, but break the internet, it's like a thing.
Right, it's just wreck the internet kind of sounds better, doesn't it?
You're not wrong.
Loading in theaters Thanksgiving. Wow, that looks fun. I mean, they're smart. I trust that brand. I actually worked on the advertising for the first one, Wreck-It Ralph. Designed several layouts for them, had all their assets, and yeah, it's high quality shit. So, well done. Incredible. Sweetie, how are you feeling? Sweetie, Earth to Sweetie. How are you feeling? I got super chat. Some dude sent me $100. And some other guy sent me 50. This AIU resurrection thing I'm on. Yeah. You believe that? I know. I'm gonna use it to get you a pedicure because you need that. Yeah, you do.
A lifetime has passed since the horrific events of
I can't do a Lego video. Can't do that. But it looks interesting, but I can't. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call that. It's all good. But sweaty. Sweet. That's how you spell sweetie. Sweetie. Anyway, guys, I hope you had fun. Sweetie's gonna go get some tea and maybe go to sleep.